Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. It's Router Man Media, baby, coming back with another one. Man, we are live here today, and we finna get into some topics, just to get this thing off and rolling. Man, shout out to everybody that's in the building. Appreciate all the support. How many you guys been giving me, as I've been dealing with some family things, outside of life, But I do appreciate everybody that's in the building. Appreciate everybody that's been holding it down on the panel for me, man. Nothing but love and respect for you guys, man. But hey, let's get into this show. The question of the day is, who has the most pressure going in the rest of the season? Is it USC or is it Colorado? Zion, what's happening? J Dot, what's happening, man? Talk to me.
What up?
What
I mean,
up?
that's
What up?
that's an easy question. USC. Like, I don't see the USC has to play Washington, right? And they got to play Washington State, and they got to play Oregon. I don't think Oregon's gonna lose. And if they do lose, they're gonna lose to Washington. So I think USC got the most to lose here. CU's already accomplished a lot. I could see them winning out still. Maybe losing one or two games, but I don't think USC can afford to lose a game and make the playoffs.
Hey, J Dot, you think I got USC losing to Washington State, Oregon, and Oregon State?
They probably beat Oregon State. Like, because Oregon State doesn't have the offense. I don't think the score on USC like that. Oregon is like this. If USC gets 2 stops against Oregon, whoever gets 2 or 3 stops is going to win that game. Because I don't think it's going to be like 55 to 52 or something like that.
I got some topics. I don't know if you got the topics to talk about today.
Yeah, I got them too. You can start it off though.
No, you started off because I'm doing something right now, so I'm about to go on mute right quick.
All right. Lawrence is in the building. You got anything to say, Lawrence?
Regarding that last question, or just in general?
Both. Last question and in general.
Well, I didn't get it. I couldn't join. I was just listening for a while yesterday, but just I'll start with that. The reactions from the game, takeaways. Obviously, we saw slow start as usual. Picked it up in the second half. Had some shining stars. Had Kamani come in and do his thing. Had Amari Miller come in and do his thing. And that'll be definitely a good sign. A sign of good to come forward, going forward the rest of the season. I think they have a very good chance to win out and finish the season 10-2, maybe 9-3 at worst. But I definitely think that there were some positive signs in the game. I'm not really one for moral victories. They had opportunities to win that game, and even despite the sloppy first half, the wheel punt, the backside loss of containment, to give up that run by Marshawn Lloyd, they still had a chance to win that game when USC missed that field goal in the fourth quarter, and CU took the ball with 5 minutes and 58 seconds left, despite not having timeouts. I personally think they should have went into 2-minute offense with a little more urgency to score. And perhaps there was some miscommunication between Shedeur, between Coach Lewis, Coach Prime, whatever the case may be. I was totally against checking into runs and not having a sense of urgency to score, get the ball back, or at least put your defense on the field to try to get 1-3 and out, and then get the ball back as opposed to playing for a touchdown and an onside kick. So that it is what it is. They came within 7 points, didn't get the win, but there were some definitely positive takeaways from the game, and we'll see what happens going forward. Now, as far as the pressure on who's going to have more pressure in the remainder of the season, USC or CU? I still think that CU is playing with house money, considering that they only won 1 game last year. Yes, this is a different team, but any victory they get at this point going forward is definitely going to be a plus, and no pressure on the remainder of the schedule, which is why I think they have a good chance to run the table. USC has some big games coming up. I think USC will have a difficult time against Washington. I don't think they'll lose any other game. Honestly, I think Washington will be tough, and if they're able to take Washington, I think they'll run the table and show up in the playoff. But I think Washington will knock them out.
You don't think Oregon will beat them?
I don't think Oregon will beat USC. No, I don't. I'm not really high on Oregon after watching. Even though they blew out CU, I'm still not high on Oregon, as a lot of other pundits are. But I think that the only challenge, in my opinion, just from what I've seen so far, is Washington.
I don't know. I think Oregon has the best defense in the Pac-12, and that is the reason why I think they'll be USC.
Okay.
That front seven from Oregon is better than any team that USC will face until they play. If they make the college playoff, until the college playoff. Oregon has an SEC defense, I think, and gives Lincoln Riley. They run the exact same scheme as CU. CU just doesn't have the front seven they do.
That's fair.
So and CU gets that front seven.
But the thing as well, so that'd be tough.
The thing I did like, everyone hates on Charles Kelly, but what he did is he made the right adjustments. And once he was allowed to play man, which he likes to do, he was allowed to send those exotic blitzes that were like getting to Caleb, which was like a big change in the second half.
It was
just the effort the D-line was given, which is way better than they've gave all year. What up, Law Dog?
What's happening, bro?
You got any thoughts?
Yeah, I'll say this. I've been told y'all that Jermaine Antonio was not a receiver at the beginning of the year. Nobody wanted to believe me. I said he should be in the inside. He's just not that man. And I also said that Amarion Miller, once he showed me that he could make that type of play on Travis in practice, I said he need to have the opportunity with Travis being out to be on the field. And it kind of came to fruition. Tank is terrible, like horrible. Like he get him out of there. I don't know why. I don't like, man. Oh my God, bro. Like I don't even understand. Like even his sets, and then I'm not as mad as I am with Sean Lewis. Now it makes sense why in that last 2 minutes, Shedeur checking to the runs because he didn't like that look. So that kind of makes sense on why he ran so many runs. I could see maybe one, you know what I'm saying, but just the constant run, like no, you know what I'm saying. So I'm not as mad with Sean Lewis. I think he caught a great game after halftime. I like the adjustments of what he did, and I didn't like one of those. I think that 4th and 5 call when Shedeur
roll out to the right. Roll out.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, what is that, bro? Like, just let him sit back there and throw the ball, bro. At that point, he had already had it rolling. Like, just give him a shot, bro. That play, you didn't even get a shot. And so I thought that was terrible, but I still don't think they done what they needed to do as far as the running back rotation. It's still not making sense to me. Kamani is what we thought he is. You know what I'm saying? So I did like to see that. And I mean, I guess that's pretty much it, bro. But I want to see how they gonna move forward, bro. Past these 2 losses, these 2 losses, you can accept as a CU fan. It is what it is. They played better. You know what I'm saying? They gave you a little life. They gave you something to be hopeful for. So we'll see. But Tank is terrible. Tank is terrible, and Tank is terrible, bro. Oh my God, bro. Like I don't even see how they didn't get him up out of there. Like all the players that left, why he didn't leave? Because it's like ain't no way. And if Beezy in the chat, bro, I got your money, Beezy. Holler at me, bro. Get with me. I need to get your contact information to send you your bread, bro.
Yeah, I think the offensive line that was scheduled to be the offensive line got a little muddied with the transfer portal stuff. Because I think Ward, McCrimmon, and Tyler Brown was supposed to be there like earlier, but since they couldn't get him in time, like
Freeman
they might
is
have
not
missed.
wasn't even dressed for this game, so
Yeah,
I think
well,
y'all need to get that out your head. Like he not
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
play.
I don't think he's gonna play this year at all because he came the first game, right?
Yeah,
He came late. It was definitely in August.
Yeah, if he does play, it would be until like I said with the freshman. Like, when a freshman comes in and they don't go to spring ball, they usually, if they do play, they don't play until like midway through the season, which we saw with Kermani and Omarion.
Yeah, that's a fact. But I just say this, bro. At the end of the day, I mean, I guess Prime had his reasons with Kermani, but the fact is he should have been playing earlier. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, now
Yeah, but
I'm not saying he should have been a starter, but I'm saying he should have at least been contributing to the field. I mean, you had to run through all your injuries to see that. I mean, unless he was just totally disregarding, you know what I'm saying, the film room and class or something, like no snaps, like it don't.
Which
I
is
mean,
not,
we passed that. So with that being
yeah,
said,
I think that's what frustrated him because you could tell like when he was getting questions, he was getting frustrated. Like, when people were asking him like, why isn't he playing? He's like, like, a coach. I always tell you this: when a coach calls you out, is because they care and they want you to be the best. When they don't care and they don't yell at you and they stop talking to you and ignoring you, that's when you gotta worry. That's when they're done with you. And I think he wants him to. He knows what he has in him. Like he said at the end of the game, he knows that he's one of the best corners they got, but he gotta just do the little things, just the little things, and he's gonna be even better. Imagine him. He's just as good as Travis. He's gonna be just as good as Travis.
and that's what obsessed me, Jay. That the blueprint is there for him to pick up and follow, because Travis is doing all of that. That's why Travis plays. He pretty much can do what he wants because he puts in the work. So hopefully, you're right. He sees that, and this springboards Kermani having a successful rest of the season and actually securing that right cornerback spot.
But the crazy part though, people thought that Carter was better than Komani.
No, Carter just did everything right.
Yeah, Carter probably showed it in practice and was more consistent with the study and listening to Coach Prime and film room. But talent, Kermani is probably the better talent, but he not showing it. He like, okay, I'm the man. I'm 5-star. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to do all this. It's not that way. That worked in high school, but that's not gonna work with Coach Prime. So
yeah, what I told Rob too this last night off air, what Kermani and Omarion went through is gonna help all the incoming 4-star and 5-stars learn. Like, hey, you got to do it right. You got to be on. You got to watch the film because now Kermani's a living testament. Like, hey, I didn't play until I started doing right. So
yeah,
this is gonna help. He's building the culture the right way. Because like those 5-stars are coming in, like AB. Like, well, I don't have to worry about AB. His dad's a ex-NFL player. He already probably knows how to prepare. But these other kids that don't come from that, they got to get
Carter comes from that, so you already know that's instilled in him.
Yeah, his dad already told him, hey, you want to play as a freshman? This is what you got to do. I think same thing with Jaden Miller, right? Or Jaden Miller just, I don't know.
I think his dad played in the league too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I want to say his dad did too.
But he's seen the field early because he's doing what he's supposed to do Monday through Friday. So we'll see. I mean, we know the talent is there. It's a long season ahead. Hopefully, again, this lights the light bulb, so to speak, and we see Kermani out there with Travis on the outside. That'll be.
I mean, Michael Irvin said it today. He's like, Omarion has shown glimpses, but he wasn't consistent like that. Like, it wasn't every day. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
he might do that on Monday.
Yep.
And then you might see it again in 2 weeks.
But then game time come though, J-Dot, and it's like the man is possessed.
And it's funny to me. It feels like him and Carmani are like the same like personality. They're real quiet. They don't
Yeah.
like smile really. Like it's just about football. And I like Carmani's attitude. Like I know he talks trash because I've seen his 7-on-7 videos. He talks a lot of trash, but man,
Oh, he's talking in the game. He's
Oh,
talking in the game.
He's talking to Rice. He winning his face.
It was.
yeah, man, that's what you need. That's the dog.
Hey, Lawrence. I was looking at Megatron's highlights. That he's a man in a boy's.
Nick Marsh.
He's a man.
Yeah, he's the real deal. He's legit. They played Bryce Underwood at the beginning of the season, Ecorse versus Belleville, and that's all they had, Ecorse. But he was making plays, and Belleville is like a powerhouse. They're gonna probably run the table this year and win a state title again behind Bryce Underwood. But he was definitely making plays against Belleville. He's legit, and
When do you
his mom seems to be all in on Coach Prime. So
yeah, when you see that flip coming,
they're probably going to take some more visits. He hasn't announced a recommitment date or anything like that, but I see it coming when it counts, signing day, because his mom is definitely big on CU.
Do you think he already committed and he's just taking his visits?
It could be.
Silent
could
commit?
be. So I know, like I said, I was telling Zion before, Penn State was heavily involved before he committed to MSU, and U of M is probably going to have a word to say as well. But I like where CU is. They jumped on him as soon as they heard the news that Mel Tucker was going to be fired, and he would definitely be a good big body receiver to add to the mix for next season. So
the only thing
I
I'm
see
saying
him.
is like it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a long jump. There's so many receivers.
No, but it's a lot of receivers leaving too, though, J-Dot.
Yeah, but I like it. I think it's a good thing.
that's depth. Yeah, you never know what injuries, and we can redshirt and still play 4 games. And that's definitely a good problem to have, especially if you have a lot of talented receivers. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, you got AB that's coming. You know AB's gonna be on the field. I think he's a day one kid.
You know who we're not talking about? Lewis from Venice. He's coming. He's
Wait,
a slot.
Lewis?
Oh yeah.
From Florida. He's coming.
Florida boy, that the one that didn't
He came with he came with
Leicester?
he came with Leicester.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he came with Leicester. Yeah.
They need to get they just need to get some linemen and they'll be all right. And I think they got them already. They got 3 already.
Who they got? They got Chandler.
White, was it Omar White? And Swan?
That's fine.
I'm talking about D lineman, right?
They talking about D lineman? No,
Yeah,
and they got
D-lineman.
Brantley too.
And then
People forget about
Tajay's gonna be good.
Tajay's good. Tajay's already seen the field.
Yeah, but one more, like I said, Coach Mo workout with these big dudes.
Yeah, and a lot of those D linemen are gonna be gone.
Yeah.
Dominic's gone. Taj Austin's gone. Shane Cokes is gone.
They got one coming out of Jacksonville. They got one coming out of Valdosta, Florida.
Yes, there's 2 of them. There's 2 of them from Valdosta.
One going through some trouble right now.
Was that Omar White?
Omar White?
One of them, he shot somebody.
Yeah, we're not talking about that right now on this channel. We're not talking about Brantley though. You seem like he's an unforgotten.
Yeah,
Hey, Coach. Coach Drake.
Yeah, I'm here. What's up? When you leave?
What's up with Gator, man?
I don't know, bro. I mean, I'm just, like I said, them boys just being patient right now. I told y'all what the deal is with them. They waiting. They playing all the options right now. So
Like he about to decommit or something.
Who?
Gator.
I don't think he's gonna decommit. I just think they playing the option. I told you that other homeboy, they really want dog to get the offer. If they get the other homeboy offer, we get all three. If
I
the
don't see
other,
Lester coming. I don't see Lester coming though, Dre.
it's I know a lot more after this weekend. So I know a lot more after this weekend.
You still see it?
I know it's up there, but it's more like 60-30 in the 7. I mean, it's more like 70-30 in the 7 in Florida State.
Yeah.
Because of the simple fact is that Florida State, they winning, they selling in that. Right now the selling is we can go back to back national championship to UConn. And now what they're trying to do is get him to get other kids to come to Florida State, and that's what they're selling. So, but
They
we'll
got that.
know a little bit more.
Got that other corner about to commit too, though.
But again, it's just committing, man. It's just committing. Anything can happen between now and December.
Yeah.
And you put on a good showing, and then y'all gotta also understand the kids is your biggest recruiting strength. Other good kids. So now they see how Kamani plays. They see Travis out there helping Kamani. Them boys all talk. So it depends on what goes on Thanksgiving. But I know Lester will be back in Colorado at least one more time.
Hey, Coach Dre, you and Lawrence is like you and Lawrence is like the forces for each.
Like I say, man, it's just again, it's a lot. What you have to know is you got to know a lot of these kids' situations. So sometimes y'all have to look into their situation, but their situation sometimes dictate. And with the transfer portal, you can make a bad decision and then come back to it. Because what Lester might be thinking is, shit, I can go to Florida State this first year. If stuff don't work like I wanted to work then, I might can go back to CU. You get what I'm saying? So that also helps make some of these kids' decisions a little quicker and let them know that I can do something else. Because I have at least one time I can transfer until the transfer portal rule change. Because that transfer portal rule is going to change.
Hey, Lawrence. Hey, Lawrence.
Yeah.
Hey, what the recruiting landscape in Michigan after Saturday's game? How you think that's panning out?
I think that most, if not all, of the targets will wind up in CU. I mean, the only one I question is Bryce Underwood because he's highly coveted around the nation. And I still think LSU is a strong player there, especially because they offered this boy. But Bryce Underwood aside, Corey Sadler has taken 2 visits in a matter of a month. He's a class of 26 athlete. I think it's looking good. CU's looking good for him. Before CU came into the picture, he was pretty much all in on Alabama. Nick Marsh, Mama Marsh is really high on Coach Prime and what's going on in CU. So I think it's a good chance that he lands as well. Obviously, we got Brandon Davis-Swain who's doing his part and trying to change the narrative and get as many recruits to come with him. So the targets that they're trying to get to come to CU from Michigan, I think most, if not all, will wind up buffs before the end of the day, before it's all said and done.
Okay, can I ask you this right? A quick question, Lawrence. Do you see any Michigan commits decommitting?
Michigan commits decommitting. Not anymore. Not anymore from the 24 class. I think the ones that have decommitted from the 24 class have decommitted. I think they're gonna
stick it out,
keep the rest of the recruits they have, and they have a top 7 class so far, one of their better classes in 24. But I think the ones that have decommitted, are going to be it. I think everyone else is going to go come to Michigan, University
So
of Michigan. University of Michigan wise. Michigan State, maybe,
it,
but University of Michigan, I think they will keep the rest of their recruits.
I think all the Michigan State boys, you could pretty much stick a fork in them. It's over with.
I already got to answer that super chat, Zion.
What Komani shows me is the lack of coaching at the lower level, where they let talent do what they want by not focusing on the fundamentals. Since recruits and coaches are watch, will it force change?
I mean, in high school, like, there is no, like, Coach Dre would probably talk to this too. There's no, like, there's defensive scheme, but not on a college level. Like, you usually got, what,
Listen,
7
I got you.
plays?
Listen to what I'm saying. When you have a talent, a 5-star talent like Kamani McClain, you lean on him. There's no high school coach with that kind of talent gonna sit that kid on the bench talking about no morals and no stuff like that because he's a 5-star. And in high school, Kamani is bigger than the coach.
Yep.
You understand me? Like, that's what y'all gotta understand. That coach, man, the principal, the AD, anybody in the streets. Hey, coach, what you think about Kamani gonna play? So I'm not saying that just about Kamani. I'm talking about any kid that covered. Ain't no schools coming to just not see Kamani. So you might let little stuff like film slide and stuff like that slide. And I'm not saying that they do, because Lakeland a powerhouse and they been producing top notch talent. But when you're in high school, it's not actually the coach's fault because he got to play that kid. But you have to teach him that now. We do that at my high school. We focus on making sure that these kids know how to break down film, know how to sit in meetings.
Coach Gray, asking me this though, do you think any other coach said what Coach Prime said to Komani, they could get away with it? And Komani don't hit that portal after the season?
If he at Miami, even if he at Miami right now, I don't think he's starting. I think he probably would have been in the rotation.
No, Coach Jackson. I'm saying like what's been going on in the media. Say Coach Prime, say another coach with a
Nobody else. Nobody except for maybe Saban. Maybe Saban. Saban can do it, but nobody else.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think only Saban and Prime are going to be able to do that.
Only
Maybe
Saban.
Kirby Smart too though.
Kirby Smart.
Yeah, Kirby. But that ain't Kirby style.
Yeah, I'm going to say Dabo, but that ain't Dabo's style either.
Oh, Dabo got to shut up right now. Dabo will shut up. He just better hope that he can stay afloat in the SEC, in the ACC. He better shut up.
Coach Gray, you seen in the video, like the boy's shy. You don't talk.
People don't think that. People think because he's from Florida, he's flashy and flamboyant, but he's not. He's very introverted. He don't really like all of that. And so, but that's why you got to do the little things. And then what people fail to realize is Coach Prime ain't just looking at this kid as a college player. He know he has aspirations of going pro and has the talent to go pro.
But I think you look at him.
I got to make sure this kid is ready to go to the pros, because that's the majority of pros is watching film, making sure you know your opponent, stuff like that. So he's trying to make sure that kid ready for that level. And if people don't understand that, I just don't get it.
All right, Ms. D Concerned Goddess, you got any questions?
Go ahead, Ms. D Goddess.
How y'all doing?
How you doing?
I came on late, so I was in the middle of driving and saw that the stream was taking place, so I don't want to repeat a lot of stuff. I'll probably come back to Komani. I'm not sure if y'all discussed Trevor Woods, but I was listening to another stream and I heard them say this. They said Trevor Woods was the best player from last year's squad, and I had to catch myself. And I heard you in my head, Zion, when they said that. I was like, oh my God, the best player from last year's squad? However, the whole time when I'm listening to us over here, I'm always thinking, I was like, in order for, and I know Coach Prime gave opportunities, and there are 10 young men still there. And so for them to give Trevor Woods so much playing time with all the mistakes that he makes, that we see him make,
Mhm.
here's where I am with this. His family must contribute a lot of money to that college. He has to come from some sort of legacy at this point, in my opinion. They must have a building or a household named after the Woods family for him to be on the field. And I kind of feel like he's an affirmative action clause. That's why he gets his, playing time. And I feel like I don't know. I'm not saying it's Coach Prime. I'm just saying, just to keep a lot of people quiet, him and maybe a few others. And I'm gonna say, y'all can tell me about myself in the chat all y'all want to, but that's the only reason I could justify him being there, making those types of mistakes. And because there are young men who deserve the opportunity and should be playing, but we continue to see Trevor Woods on the field, and he was so called. And this is from a verified Boulder or Denver blogger that we all know. I'm not gonna say the name, y'all will find them out there. And he said Trevor Woods was the best player from last year's team. So I'm like, why is this young man still, starting every week? Maybe his family belongs to the university or gives money to the university. We know why Feely starts. His dad is NFL. He's friends with Prime. I'm sorry, but we can't afford those mistakes going forward. But that's what I wanted to inform you all. Maybe somebody else heard it as well. So what do y'all think about that?
All right, go, Coach
Well,
Gray.
they when you go back and look at it, he might have been their best player. Well, me personally, I thought Nico Reed was their best player on defense last year. But a lot of people feel like Trevor was the best player on their team last year, and that's more than one person that I've heard say that. So yeah, they feel like he can play. The affirmative action thing, I don't think so. I think again, it goes back to me thinking Trevor Woods not running out of time, but a lot of them other kids, their time is short. So they might have a little longer leash, and then when you not these other kids ain't doing what they supposed to do, Trevor Woods probably doing everything he's supposed to do. I bet you Trevor Woods watch the most film. I bet you Trevor Woods be with meetings 20 minutes on time. I bet you Trevor Woods do this, and this. So he's doing all the little things that the other kids might not be doing. And so he's starting, he's still playing. I agree with y'all. He got to come out the football game. I agree with that. But when Shiloh didn't get healthy and with Kamani showing what he can do, I think Kamani might have slowed that up as well because he was doing what he needed to do. Because this is my dilemma. What do you do when Slusher and Shiloh get healthy? Somebody got to come off the field. And you can't take Carl Stillman Craig right now because he needs the team to pick. So who are you taking off? But they do. Go ahead.
I think it's like this. You guys ever seen Remember the Titans, right? I know everybody's seen it.
Yep.
Trevor Woods is the Ryan Gosling.
Oh, TW. The start saying acronyms now. TW.
Okay, yeah, he is the Ryan Gosling of that team. He's good enough to play, but there's just some teams he doesn't have the speed for you, if you know what I mean. Like, he's good. I remember I told you he reminds me of Tanner Muse from Clemson. He's good enough to play, but there's little things he just has. He's not fast enough for certain teams. Like against TCU, he matched up perfectly. But now we're in the Pac-12. These teams are a lot faster. In the Big 12, he might be a lot better player. He might be able to move down the box a little bit, play more linebacker. But the speed of the last two teams we played, you can see, like Oregon, they're fast. USC, they're fast. And we just don't have that speed in the back end. That it's not his fault. That's something he can't fix. But he just, he's a great player. I think he's just he gotta hide his deficiencies better.
But you can't teach effort. And on one of them plays, on one of them touchdowns, when that boy caught the ball across the field, Trevor Woods is right there in the middle of the field. If he takes a better angle, I don't care shit about his speed. He cuts his kid off. Trevor Woods was like he turned around and just said, "Man, fuck this. I ain't even finna run."
He stopped running.
Listen, if I'm a football coach, I'm talking about he don't see the grass no more.
Talking about
Listen, bro,
the pass to Washington. Washington,
no, yeah. When the quarterback had all day back there to throw the ball, and he found the man in the middle of the field,
he hit
and the
Washington
boy
on the left, and he pretty much ran a sweep and just. But I had a feeling that play was going to come up. I'm not on the Trevor Woods fan club either way, or TW.
Hey, Lawrence,
TW. But that dude is a 4-2 guy, so it don't matter who was there at safety. He was gone when he got that. He had that momentum, and he took an angle, took that curve.
Listen, I don't care about the 4-2.
He won't get caught.
Listen, I don't care about the 4-2, bro. Trevor Woods is on that hash, bro. He almost on that hash where the kid is running. Trevor Woods turns around and looks like and starts jogging, bro. He starts jogging, bro. To just seem like he's giving an effort, bro. He was giving no effort, and that's the thing. In the blogger that Queen's talking about, I know exactly who you're talking about. I argue with him all the time. Me and him argue about this all year when we first got on there. I say this kid is not good. Go watch the film. If you watch the film, the kid's not. He just ain't gonna cut it. He just ain't gonna cut it. Now I give that.
So, but I say the question is, I'll go back to what we said about pretty much the rest of the players that we saw shining on Saturday. Is there someone putting in better effort Monday through Friday to take him out the lineup? Is a real question.
Again, and that's the point that I was trying to make.
Because we're super
doing everything. He doing everything right. I guarantee y'all. He doing everything right.
Monday through Friday. Yeah,
Monday through Friday. He doing everything right.
That's the thing. It's because we are super deep at safety, and we could say TW is slow foot and this and that, but who is taking his spot and who's showing that they're capable of taking his spot Monday through Friday?
What I think is when Slusher gets healthy, they can move Cam there. That might fix a little bit of the problems, but I don't know. But until Slusher's healthy, now Rob Ward can play there.
Facts. I like that. I'm just saying you can't take Cam off the field.
You
can't take him up. So what I'm saying is Shiloh is your best player probably back there right now with Cam. When Travis come back, he go to his corner. Cooper better keep playing the way he better step his game up, or Cooper gonna be over there on the sideline too. Because what y'all saw,
good.
Listen, this is what y'all saw. Y'all remember when we played TCU, and they could play Kelly can play the defense he want to play with Kamani out there. He can play the defense he played with Travis out there when he got Kamani out there. He can't do that with nobody else. He can do that with nobody else. He can't play the defense he wants to play, except for when he has Travis and Kamani out there. Because they taken away. I mean, that kid shut Jerry Rice son down in the second half. Can't nobody tell me no otherwise. I watched it. He shut that kid down in the second half. So now Kamani just got to do the other little stuff.
And did.
You get what I'm saying? But Queen, I've been telling people that, but he has to be taught the right way. You can't just let kids with that kind of talent just blow through life because they think, because you know what happened? If you let him blow through college or you let him blow through life, he'll blow it when he gets to the next level. He'll blow his money when he gets it. So you can't let him do that. And that's what people don't understand with Coach Prime is teaching. You got to teach these kids because they will blow it. They will blow it. Why y'all think Pac-Man loves Coach Prime so much? Pac-Man was great. But he was just so talented from where he was from. They just let him do whatever he wanted to do. Y'all watch the Johnny Manziel documentary? That kid should have never. Like that's what really goes on. They showed y'all the real life when you were really a
Came
star.
from money. Coach Dre, he came from money though.
Who did?
Johnny Manziel came from money, oil
He
money.
came. Listen, but what I'm saying is that also hides your deficiency growing up because you come from money. So my daddy can go to the police chief and say, "Hey, sweep that under the rug. Hey, make sure that don't get. But you know my son a big time recruit. He can't be getting in no trouble." Like, but then once you get somewhere where somebody don't care, but that doesn't matter. And see, you after a while when it continuously happens, it's just a pattern. Oh, I get in trouble, my dad didn't get me out of trouble. Oh, I get in trouble, they gonna let me go. I do this, I do that. But then when you find somebody who don't care about that, don't care about your daddy money, don't care about your influence, okay.
Wait, Zion, did you see that documentary?
No, I didn't watch it.
Johnny Manziel didn't come from oil money. They made that up.
Oh, he didn't?
No, so Johnny Manziel was getting money from like people for like autograph signings, and they lied and said his family came from money, so the incident levy wouldn't snoop around. No,
Right.
they didn't come from money.
Listen, guys,
The
he
A&M
from
boosters
Texas.
were giving him money.
He from Texas, bro. Texas is big business, football big business in Texas. Now, especially for coaches and all that, it's big business. So when you got that kind of money, that's why I say like Texas A&M and Texas, they don't mind firing coaches because they got one person that can write a check and pay that coach salary off. So that's why they don't mind firing coaches if you don't win. You get what I'm saying? But you have to teach these kids more than football. If you don't, you're teaching them a disservice. You're teaching them a disservice, and that's what Coach Prime trying to do. And people jump down his throat because he ain't doing it the way people want him to do it. He gonna do it his way. Did y'all see Trent Dilfer lose his mind on the sideline? And let Prime would have did that. He'd have been fired, or they'd have been trying to fire him. I mean, he lost his ever loving mind.
Oh, with that kid, and he made him sit down on the bench.
No. You ain't seen when he was yelling at his coaches. He was going off on his coaches.
Defensive coordinator. Yeah, he went in. His whole face was red. His whole head was red. He was just letting them have it. That was unacceptable. You can't do that as a coach.
You can't do that in front of everybody.
It was in front of everybody. Like I think they had 12 men on the field or some kind of substitution that led to a first down, kept his defense on the field, and they were already getting blown out. It was a bad look.
Yeah, I think not. Whoever put that comment about him leaving, he ain't going nowhere. Like,
put a comment about who leaving.
Armani
leaving. Come on, man. Tell them to stop, man. They ain't from down here. They ain't from down here.
Listen, they don't know. They don't know. And see, we don't say this to be cocky about being from Florida. Let me explain this about a lot of our Florida. And I'm coming from Auntie. This is Auntie talking. Our Florida babies. A lot of them, like young man was saying, deal with adversity. So the worst thing you can do is push one against the wall, and then you're going to find out what he's made of. What Coach Prime did was classic PR when he called Kamani out in the media, right? And I feel like it was planned, but I don't know. When he spoke against Kamani in the media, it was a setback for a major comeback because what he did was unleash the beast, and we saw what happened. So basically, it was like Kamani was like, "Oh, this what you think? Oh, this what?" Because he had all week to see what, and you know he's on social media. He had all week to hear and see what the public was thinking about him, how the fans were feeling about him, and then at the perfect opportunity, Coach Prime put him out there. So either it was planned or it was a perfect plan. But either way it goes, it worked. Everybody got to see this young man and all his greatness that we knew exists come alive. So to me, it was a perfect PR moment for somebody that does this. This is what I do for a living.
Right? You don't think the Florida boys are at home watching Skip Bayless this morning talking about Kamani? Like, man, they're talking about somebody I know. Like, they don't talk about college football like that. Like, I would be hyped if I was like a recruit from Florida. Like that's what I want to do.
But that's the Coach Prime effect.
It is. it's inspiration for us all. Like, I use these young men as teaching tools in my classroom. So again, how these young men are raised, they are built for adversity. It's nothing for him to be talked to and trained up. It's just some of them can handle the pressure, some of them cannot. It's two types of people. Some of them fold and some of them rise to the occasion. And what we saw Kamani do is he rose. He accepted the challenge. Now he's ready to go to the next stage because a lot of us felt like he wasn't ready to square up in college football. We felt like he's too small or he's not ready. But all this time he's being trained well, and we get to see what he's been doing, and we're ready. He's ready.
Hey, but all y'all had to do was listen to his mama a couple of weeks ago saying we trust the process. She let y'all know that Prime had already talked to her. Like,
She
that's what
did.
people don't. She let y'all know that Coach Prime has already talked to me about my child. So I'm trusting the process. I don't care what y'all talking about. I know he got my child's best interest at heart. And at the end of the day, if you listen to what he committed, she also told you if this was about money, no, we wouldn't have went to Colorado because it was
Yep.
other schools offering more money. Like, so when you come from where we come from, I told you, man, hey, we built different. Real dogs built different. And so, and like I say, when you just been relying on your athletic talent and you didn't have to do the other stuff, sometimes it gets routine. But now Coach Prime trying to get in this for the pros and not
Hey,
just.
Ms. D Goddess, I want to ask you something right quick.
Yes,
Ms.
sir.
D Goddess, I want to ask you why do you think the media like try to spin that narrative like he's illiterate because he doesn't talk the way he talks? They think he's slow.
You have to understand who's saying that in the media. You don't see any black media personalities saying that. And I hate to turn everything into a black and white issue, but most media people, they are out of touch with those young men. But like Coach Dre always says, he has the braces in his mouth, and then you got to see the type of personality that he is. He does not, you know, he's like someone said, he's shy, he's an introvert, and he's probably, in terms of his personality, it only comes out around his friends and family. Who cares what the media says? And the media probably does not have access to him. That's probably how Coach Prime has him protected, because once they have access to him, they get to utilize the footage any way they can. They can edit it, they can chop it and screw it, but until they train him over there at Boulder on how to present himself to the world, but they get upset like that. Coach Prime is probably protecting him so well that when the media says stuff like that, they're upset with how they can't have access to certain people. You have to understand they are enemies. They're the actual devil. It's a mean thing that they do, but that's how they portray most black young men even outside of sports.
That's
But
crazy.
it's a sad thing, but he has to remain protected, and that's what Coach Prime has done this long. That's why he hasn't put him out on the field, because he did not want him to look bad because of his 5-star status. He wanted to make for the perfect opportunity so that he can be on the right stage, which is the game he just played, the California game. I'm sorry, I'm missing the acronyms, but he wanted him to have his moment at the right time, and it did happen because he shut down Jerry Rice's son.
On the biggest stage. Hey, you're not saying it though. On the biggest stage.
Yes, on a bigger stage with more visibility. Like his moment, it was just perfect, you guys. It couldn't have been a more perfect time and opportunity. Although if he had gotten that CSU game, and that was a crazy bloodbath, that could have been devastating to Kamani. So the decisions that Coach Prime makes, we have to trust his decisions when it comes to not just Kamani, to all those players.
I think people forget, like, Coach Prime was once a college player. Like, he knows like how to protect his players and his corners. Like, if you're young, the worst thing to do
that's why you see that they don't show him on well off like that no more.
Yeah, like you got to remember, like the worst thing you can do to a young
Hey, well,
quarter.
hold on. Hey, well, they showed him today. They don't already put out
Yep,
a well off video. They showed him today though. And,
yep.
and
Hold
Bucky
on,
say
no,
we
yeah,
got
they're
it.
gonna show them. They're gonna show them,
Because this
but
is
they,
his moment now, and we're going to see
Yeah, and
him.
Bucky
This is
said
his
Bucky
moment
said,
now.
hey, we got to get you back on social media. We got to start putting out more content. And Kamani was like, yeah, I got you, bro. So and y'all remember Bucky told his mama, you know, hey,
I
don't worry
got
about him. I got him. I got him. I'm gonna make sure he's straight. So it's a controlled madness, but people don't see it because it hasn't been done before. Prime told y'all I'm the only coach in college football that's been the kid that's been recruited, been the parent of a kid that's been recruited, and
and
now
then
I'm
they
the coach that's recruiting the kid.
that's fact.
I can tell you every aspect of this. And I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you. I'm not gonna tell you no lies. I'm not promising you that you're like a lot of college coaches. Let's be honest. They put these 5 stars in there. Hey man, you gonna come here, you gonna start. Like we gonna just give you a starting job. That ain't what Coach Prime told him. I told none of those kids, Marion Miller, none of them. Like, if you guys can play, I will play you. But you're gonna have to do all the little stuff for me to play you. Because if you don't do that, it's not gonna happen. So now they showed up in the biggest moments, in the biggest game. Now you gotta grow from that. You gotta grow from that. You can't take a step back, you gotta grow from it.
You gotta keep building. You gotta be in the playbook even harder because he's gonna get tested. They're gonna see is that other quarterbacks watch film. They're gonna look at that and be like, okay, all right, they got the young kid out there. Let's see, let's go at him. So now you gotta just step up. Like he's gonna. I just don't want people to do this. This is the biggest thing that just fans do that never play football. He's gonna give up catches. He's gonna give up touchdowns. He's gonna get scored on. He's gonna have good days. He's gonna have bad days. Just remember that he's still a kid. He's still young. He's still learning. He's gonna be great. But don't beat him down the first time you guys get a chance. Because that's like the worst thing you could do to any kid. Like if Amarion don't have a good game next week, don't just beat him down and like, oh, what happened to him? Because they do that to Jimmy, and Jimmy's consistently good. Yeah, he drops balls, but he's leading the team in catches. It happens. I don't like when fans do that.
Well, they do that because they don't understand. But you gotta also understand, like for Jimmy, you think somebody talking about Jimmy really bother him when you talking about, I got a father that's incarcerated, I got this going on at home, I got everybody looking up to me at the house, I got more riding on this than anybody. So
Yeah,
y'all talking about me, and then my coach believes in me more than anybody. My quarter, y'all saw that hug, that embrace them boys had in the locker room. My quarterback believed in me more than anybody. I could care less, and that's what you have to teach your kids, bro. That's what I tell my kids all the time down here. It's us against the world. I don't care about nobody but the people in here. I don't care about nobody. I care about the people outside, what they saying, what they thinking. All I care about is these people that put on this uniform, these people that coach in this locker room. And the people that show us that they care. Talking about you care and showing you care, two different things. And in Florida, that's the biggest thing. Them kids want to be shown that they care about, not just, oh, we got your best interest at heart, and you just talking about it. You got to show them that you got their best interest at heart. And Coach Prime has shown you that over and over again. Because last year, if Travis go anywhere but Jackson State, Travis would have been out there playing hurt. Because the people would have been wanting Travis to play. He let Travis go out there and play that FAMU game and realized that boy wasn't 100%. And at 60 or 70%, Travis still was out there balling. And that would have been good enough for most colleges to keep him out there. But Coach Prime said, no, bro, you got to go sit down somewhere. Till you completely can show you 100% healthy. Travis Hunter want to play this week. Coach Prime told him, no, bro, I can't love you too much to let you go out here and risk your life for a game. How many coaches would do that?
not a lot.
You gotta ask yourself. You
Not a
gotta
lot.
ask
Because I
yourself that.
know they would have been like, most coaches would have been like, get his shot up, wrap it up, and especially his ankle last year. They had to shot that boy up, make him take painkillers and wrap it up and go out there like, yeah, their jobs are on the line more than Coach Prime don't care about that. He wants you to be the healthiest, the best person you can be when you go out there. He's not going to get fired. These other coaches, You know, that could be a difference between Travis Hunter is a difference between a win and a loss for somebody that's jobs on the line, you know. So they don't care.
Yes, and that's what I explain to a lot of people. With Coach Prime, he's not there to exploit these young men like a lot of programs do. They exploit them and they use them for their own, gain. They're going to be exploited and used up enough in the NFL. Coach Prime is there to preserve their talent as well as their physicality, and that's the difference. And when it comes to why a lot of these head coaches are so upset with them is because Coach Prime is going to get a lot of quality young men, many of them that they was wishing to get, and he's going to preserve them. He's not just going to use them for their talent. They're going to be some good by the time they get to the NFL.
Yeah, I told Rob this yesterday when we were talking. There's a coach. He's a Power 5 coach. He's in the Pac-12. Won't say his name. He doesn't like alpha, dudes from the hood. And you can, if you go and look at his roster, Rob did it yesterday. He doesn't have those kids on his team. Like if you look where they're from, and then we talked about this too, when he was an NFL coach, he got rid of all those kids, or the dudes on his team that were, so unquote, from the hood. And like Coach Prime's not that type of coach. He don't matter where you're from, he's gonna embrace you and love you like he's your own, and he's gonna give you the opportunity. There's some coaches out there that ain't gonna come and talk to you like he did Jimmy.
Hey, J-Dot, I think I know who you're talking about. CK?
Yep.
Okay.
And I know this firsthand because I've seen it. You know when he took over that program? Like all that, remember when that defense was like one of the best in the country that year when he took over, right? When all of them graduated, you notice how he never replaced them with dogs? Because he didn't recruit from those areas. No, that's why, the job he's at now is perfect because they're rich kids. Yeah, Christian.
That school is in the hood.
UCLA is not. USC is.
I thought UCLA was in Inglewood.
Nah, UCLA is. I mean, USC is. USC is in like you literally walk out the gates, you in the hood. You see red bandanas all over the place.
No, they gentrified that whole area though.
It's still hood though. UCLA though is like nice. Probably the nicest campus in California.
It's not. I thought it was in Inglewood. I'm going crazy.
That's USC.
So where's UCLA located in Cali?
Like right above Hollywood.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dante Moore though for Detroit.
That's what. Hey, Lawrence, I was just about to say that. Like he got Dante Moore, so I don't get it.
Yeah, it's weird. But think about what he did in the NFL. Think about his teams that when he was up in the
wasn't he the one that got rid of Deshaun Jackson?
And LaShawn.
And LaShawn McCoy.
Yeah, but he kept Macklin.
And kept that one receiver that was talking crazy up there.
The boy from Florida.
Riley
Cooper.
Cooper.
Yeah, Riley Cooper.
But you see how fast he got out the league though, right?
Yeah, he did. He was blink of an eye.
And he brought all the think about it. He had I get his name. He had TJ Ward, he had Jarius Byrd, he had Patrick Chung, he had pretty much that secondary is all of them made the NFL. Most of the linebackers made the NFL. He only grabbed people he wanted were Kiko and he only wanted Kiko Alonso and Chase Matthews are the only two linebackers that would play for him in Philly. He traded LaShawn McCoy for Kiko Alonso.
Hey, McCoy. Hey, LaShawn was pissed too.
They don't like him.
They hate him. especially Jackson. Because you remember that narrative they was trying to paint Jackson like he was a gang member.
He's a gang member, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep.
All right, hey, what's some more topics we can talk about, J-Dot?
Let me get the list.
Yeah, get the list because I'm on my phone. I can't look it up.
All right. Do you guys think CU will dominate ASU?
I think it's gonna be a good game.
Depends on the CU we get.
Yeah. Who's that QB? Is Rashada healthy?
I think they're like at their third string QB, if I'm not mistaken. Because
What's wrong? Is Rashada injured?
I think he did get hurt after the first game he played, and then who was the backup? I think the backup got hurt as well. So I don't know. I don't know where they're going to be at quarterback, but I don't expect it to be a close game. I think CU should railroad them, honestly.
I think
talent on that team.
You probably put up 40 on them, close to 50.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, Rob Amanda said they playing third string quarterback. So that in itself, it shouldn't be much of a game. You know, a decent running back.
Hey, listen. I done told y'all we ain't gonna fall into that trap. We feel they're good. We feel like they're a good football team. We're gonna go out here. We're gonna play the best of our ability. We ain't falling into that trap. Coach ain't gonna let us fall in that trap. Cause you go out there and you think you're supposed to railroad a team, like we thought we was gonna railroad Colorado State, and that didn't happen. So we're not gonna fall into that trap. We gonna go out here. We're gonna go out here and play football the way we supposed to play it, like we played the second half of the USC game. And you know, if we get 50, that's good. But what I want to see is growth. What I want to see is growth. I want to see growth. So I want to see the offense. I want, like, games like this is when you get, like, you got to get the offensive line some continuity and some courage. Courage ain't actually the word I'm looking for, but you got to get them going. We got to get the offensive line going good to make them feel good about themselves.
Some confidence.
Going forward. Right, build up their confidence. To me, this is a game for me to see Caskell or Smoke. I want to see one of them because I think we're going to need a bigger back. I can't take out Hankerson right now, and I know a lot of people want to see Alton, but Hank has done nothing for us to take him out. He has done nothing for us to take him out.
Funny thing about Hankerson, Coach Dre, the funny thing about Hankerson, did you see Coach Prime? I think it was the press conference after the game, and they were talking about the running back rotation, and he mentioned how solid Hankerson has been, but he put a caveat on that. He said, Hankerson is solid when he hit the hole, but then he get to the second level, and I wish I could just hit pause and then change him out for Dylan right at that moment so Dylan can break it all away. That's the only knock he got on Hankerson. That he's been getting you the solid 5-7 yard carries, picking up the blitz better than Dylan, but he not gonna hit the home run. But when you may not need that against the ASU anyway. So
again, he a Florida kid, and what the biggest thing that he said was he didn't run. He could have left. He could have. I mean, all these backs they bringing in here. Mm-hmm. Listen, Coach Flea stood up at the press conference at his and said, "Hey, we brought Alton in here to be the man. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about that."
He did say that.
You get what I'm saying? So that's what I'm telling y'all about Florida kids. Okay, you say you went and got you a dog. I know I'm a dog. So, and he gonna have to come show me. He gonna have to come take my job. I'm not just gonna give it to him. And that's what kind of players Coach Prime wants. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you I'm going to get somebody, but what are you? I'm not telling you that I'm gonna just get this man your job, but I'm telling you, hey son, I'm bringing somebody in here that people gonna want to see, that people gonna think better than you, and what you gonna do. And Hankerson has stepped up to the plate constantly. So you can't take him out. I know what you get with Dylan Edwards. So it is what it is. I just don't like Dylan running in between the tackles. I understand that if he hits the seam and he hits it, he gonna go for a touchdown. I just think he need one more year in the weight room to take them blows, because I just don't want him to get hit wrong or something like that, and then he's injured. So that's my only thing with Dylan. But this week, I really want to see Alton. And
Did we lose Coach Dre?
Did we?
I don't know. He cut out.
Maybe you lost the signal.
Yeah, no, but back to what Coach Ray was saying, which is true though. Like, I'm tired of seeing them running through this middle. Like, stop it.
I mean, I'm okay with it because once he gets past the first,
Once he gets past the
once
box,
he's-
he's good.
yeah, when he gets to the linebackers and safeties, like I'm telling you, if you watch it, Dylan is like he's an arm tackle away from going to the house every single time. Like they just,
But
he
J-Dot,
knows it too.
he's not
And
there yet.
I think
He's
what it
gonna be
is,
there.
I think what it is, Zion, is he is breaking those long runs routinely in practice, which is why he's still getting those first team reps. Like he hitting home runs in practice training. I agree. Though. I think he can be better utilized. I think he can be better utilized. I think they should move Dylan over the field, have him as a motion man, throw sweeps and options. And I don't think you should just put the ball in his belly and expect him to hit the two gap and break a 50-yard run. I mean, you go get that 1 out of every 50 times. So I think they can more effectively use Dylan, and while having a McCaskill actually in the backfield, and have Dylan as a motion man, maybe go a couple 2-back sets and get him moving all around the field. But just let him hit the two gap. I don't think that's doing him or CU any justice.
But we don't have the old line to get him to the second level.
You
I
see,
mean,
no,
You got to be creative with him and motion him, man. Get
We
him
don't
the
have the
ball.
old line to get him to the second level.
Jonas,
So-
you can't say that because McCaskill came in and on that one play, he had 5 yards on one carry.
I mean, Dylan's averaging 5 yards a carry.
But
Yeah, Dylan's averaging 5 yards.
McCaskill will break an arm tackle. Dylan ain't gonna break an arm tackle at the line of scrimmage.
But
That's a difference. That's a difference.
Hankerson-
A defensive lineman will pull Dylan down at the line of scrimmage. Alto will break that arm tackle.
Hankerson averaged like 10 yards a carry the other day.
Yeah, I was about to say, going back to what Coach Dre said, Hankerson was getting solid pickups on his carries against USC, like 7 yards. Coach Prawn said his only thing was that he couldn't get, he didn't hit that home run on a couple of runs where it was Dylan.
What's
Dylan
crazy
probably
too
would have
is
got you 30, 40 yards.
Hankerson was the same size as Dylan last year.
Yeah, he just got too big.
So imagine Dylan one more year of off season. He's going to be a
Is
monster.
Dylan gonna lose that speed though? That's the thing.
You don't lose speed when you get bigger. You lose flexibility, but you don't lose speed.
Frankie Davis said Percy Harvin. If they use Dylan, I would like to see them use Dylan like a Percy Harvin, like Florida did Percy Harvin. He was just like a utility player. Like
They need to use Percy Harvin like how K-State was using what's his name?
They
Who
will
that
once
running
they have the line to do it.
Who
they
that
will.
running back that played for the Eagles and the Saints?
Deuce?
No, the little short running back.
Darren Sproles.
Darren
Darren
Sproles.
Sproles.
get him in
They-
space. You have to get players like that in space. They not. I don't think they're.
Darren Sproles ran up the tackles more than he ran sweeps.
But
He
Darren
ran up the
Sproles,
tackles a lot.
but Darren Sproles had more body though.
Darren Sproles was smaller than Dylan.
Yeah, he was like 5'5".
Darren Sproles
He
played for
was-
Chargers. I used to see him. The
He
Chargers.
was
I always,
heavier. He
no,
was heavier than Dylan though.
and when he got in the NFL after like 3 years, when he first got there, he wasn't. He was really small.
Yeah, I don't know, bro.
Darren Sproles is like
thick.
he's like
thick.
5'6".
Yeah, but he was thick.
I tell you, I used to see him at PF Chang's all the time.
Okay.
He's not that big. I feel like Dylan's still gonna grow a little bit more.
Absolutely.
Like I think he might get a little bit taller. He sounds like he still has a little bit, He has that little squeaky voice, like he hasn't hit that next puberty yet.
If they didn't need him to play, he would have been on the bench this year. You know what I mean? he need in spot times or whatever, but they need him, so he's thrusted in there to get some burn.
They got to get him in space. Hopefully they can work on that. These next games coming forward, you see some long touchdowns like we did against TCU when we go against ASU. So we'll see. I do agree, though. I think it's time to get McCaskill in there. Double-digit carries for him no matter what.
Did Rob say what the reason was that they didn't play Alton?
He played. I think
he got one carry.
Yeah, he played a series. I think he's getting more used to protections, because you got to think, you got to protect too. And he did miss I don't know, it was a little bit his fault, but he did miss a blitz pickup. He was a little late to it. He's actually early to it, and then it came late. So maybe they took him out because he missed that. He wasn't ready yet, but I think he's going to be fine. Like, he got 3 years left.
3? Oh, he got the medical red shirt. Okay.
Yep. He has a medical red shirt, a red shirt, and then there's other years.
Yeah.
He's going to be fine, though. He got a good support system. Like, the Big Dog Chico did the interview with his mom. His mom seems like they know what's going on. Like, I don't think it's an issue.
Okay. Did y'all talk about, like, yesterday or whatever? Did y'all talk about the game? I missed the other what's name? What's with the play calling down the stretch? Shedeur was saying that he audibled out of those calls into running plays. Did y'all discuss that?
Yeah, I think in my eyes they had no timeouts. I think he just like, we got to score either way. We got to do an onside kick. So I figured that's what he was thinking. Because
I'm saying about the running plays. Like, why did y'all talk about him calling the running plays? Because he said that he's the one that audible into the running plays.
We talked about that last night, out of mind.
Yeah, he didn't like the
look. That's okay.
So if you,
but any
like
QB is gonna audible if they don't like if they don't like what they see. Remember, Peyton Manning used to do it all the time. Omaha. Remember, he did it all the time.
Yeah.
A good QB that knows the defense, he's gonna change that play. So Shedeur didn't like what he's seeing, so he ran like it was a bad decision because they didn't have any timeouts left. But it's a learning lesson. I felt as though they gave up 14 to 21 points was CU's mistake. Like
they
the punt,
gave a 21 point lead.
the interception, and that end around touchdown by Lloyd.
Yeah. Man, they could have won that game. They were in the game, even though they was getting blown out in the first half.
If they showed up in the first half and then did what they did in the second half, CU's winning that game.
Yeah, they could have won that game by a couple touchdowns. They actually, I ain't gonna say they controlled it, but they were right in the game.
And J-Dot's been saying it. If y'all didn't pay attention, and I said the altitude was gonna get to them. Look at USC's defense in the second half. They were gassed.
Mm.
Am I right, J-Dot? Or am I?
They were gassed. They were on the field too long. Like, everyone wants to talk about CU's defense is bad. I don't think it's that bad. I just think they're on the field too much.
They're on the field too much, and what they need to do is stop deferring the ball. Take the ball, go ahead and score, and then let the team. Like, you keep on going from behind. Like,
but you always want to defer because if you notice why he defers, because you give the score before the half and they get the ball back.
Yeah, they defer. Old school coaches, they defer because if you get that stop, then you go ahead and score. You could be up 14 in the second half.
Yeah. They don't got the defense to keep on deferring now.
They've been doing it. Only 2 teams that did it against them were they got 3 out against TCU, 3 out against Nebraska, 3 out against CSU. It's USC and
Oregon scored.
Oregon are the
on
only
the
two that scored on the first drive. And they actually got 3 down against Oregon. They got a penalty.
Yeah, I don't think it's the D. I think it's the offense that's moving slow.
No, no. The defense is, remember, that Oregon game, the defense wasn't tackling, bro.
I'm saying I feel you on that, but you know, defense in general, they're gonna get scored on. You know, it's the offense that really need to score. You know what I mean? Like the defense comes up.
But if you don't have the line to block, you ain't going nowhere. You're not moving no ball, bro. You seen what Shedeur had to do, USC game. He had to run. He don't like using his legs, but if he has to, he had to run because the man's been sacked 26 times.
Yeah, but I think that was the game plan. This was great to see him take control. Like he literally took control and put it all in his hands. Like he's running, you know, he ran a lot. So I don't think that was necessary. I don't think it was out of necessity. I think it was a plan. And I got a question for y'all. Are we too critical of Sean Lewis?
Yes.
Yeah.
People are too critical of everything because you got to remember this is not NFL. This is college football. These kids are not getting paid. They're not the best of the best of the best. They're, you know.
The problem with the critics and even some CU fans is that 3-0 starting off 3-0. It got a lot of people. Their heads got real big. So it's like, all right, they want to see more, want to see more. But people failing to realize this team just formed. I mean, like you have people still coming in a month ago.
Yeah, like next year you can have these expectations, but Sean Lewis is putting up points.
He's putting up points in a outside of the Oregon game. They're averaging 40 points a game.
They're like the second best offense in the Pac-12, right? Aren't they only or third? They're behind.
They're behind. USC's averaging 50.
So they're behind USC, Oregon, and Washington, right? Because I'm pretty sure they're all over 50.
Yeah, so they're like 4.
Yeah,
that's crazy. And people had them at the last spot for Pac-12 teams going into the season. They had them as the worst team.
Now, if this team didn't have to play, like say their schedule didn't have USC and Oregon, it had Cal and like, who could you flop them out?
Stanford.
Cal and Stanford on that roster, you guys would be, this team would be hyped to the moon because they'd be 5-0 right now.
But then they wouldn't have played nobody.
Exactly. And then they would have gotten the Pac-12 championship, or when they did get to someone like a Utah or Oregon State late, they would have. Like Coach Prime said, what they needed happened.
But Jada, answer me this though: Do you feel, and I feel this, when Cam Rising comes back, I don't think he's going to be the same Cam Rising.
I'm Cam Rising after that loss. If they lose again, if I'm Cam Rising, I'm just declaring.
He's not going to be the same player.
I mean, he has enough film, right?
No, I mean like when like he's supposed to come back in like a week or 2.
But would you risk it if they're not Pac-12 championship contenders?
I don't see them because they're averaging 17 points less than they were last year.
Yeah, I mean, he could come back and get Cam Rising's an NFL quarterback. We know that.
Yeah.
Does he need to come back to prove it?
I mean, what kind of NFL quarterback? Because what at what level? Like, you know what I mean? Gardner
Rising's like a 3rd, 4th round pick.
Yeah, like what kind of? There's a lot of quarterbacks are NFL quarterbacks, but is he a starter?
Who, Cam Rising?
He could be.
He can be, but he would have to be in someone's system for like a year or 2, and because a lot of these quarterbacks that's coming out is not starters in the league. They're backups.
Outside of Caleb, Drake Maye, I think there's maybe 5 right now that beat starters.
The thing with Caleb, and people keep on comparing him to Patrick Mahomes, and I keep telling people, stop it. Stop. Because Kyler Murray was doing the same thing that Caleb was doing, running around, doing all that. And he got to the league and got humbled real quick. The league is a different monster than college. People don't get it until
Yeah,
they hit the pros.
it's funny
Everybody
because
is
I
good.
always tell it is this like the worst guy on the NFL roster is the best guy on your favorite college team.
Absolutely.
Like, am I wrong? Like, same thing with NBA players. People are like, this guy's trash. He never plays. He's still
Hey,
better.
hold on, J Dot. Hey, Mr. Hillsman, what's up, Mr. Hillsman?
Yeah, what's up, fellas?
What's up, man?
Yeah, sorry, man. I didn't know if it was free for anybody to chat.
No, you good. What you guys say?
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say, man, I think that I think the Oregon game for CU was an anomaly.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Objectively, like those boys just they didn't play well. You can see like they wasn't physical at the point of attack. Um, it was kind of like I think they was just kind of like on an emotional high or emotional low per se. I think they could have beat USC pretty good. Um, just too many mistakes, man. And I think they're cool with deferring. It's just the offense got to come out, faster than they defer. The defense, I think, has been pretty solid. And my last point is, um, my opinion has been since Nebraska that they need to run the ball more, regardless of the score.
Mm-hmm.
Both games that they've run the ball 25 plus times, they've scored 40 points. And people saying that they can't run. If you look at the NFL average, I think it's like 4.5 yards or 5 yards a carry, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
CU's been averaging about 4.2. So they can definitely run. Just got to be creative and stick with it. I think Lewis gives up on the run too quick. And this game, and like I said, TCU is like obvious, that they can run the ball. So that was it, man.
That's facts. But the crazy
Yeah, I
part, hey,
mean,
J Dot. The crazy part though is J Dot and Mr. and out of mind. Kent State ran the ball real well last year. They had 1,000-yard rushing.
Yeah, they did.
but they got more continuity on the line, and then some of those offensive linemen went to other schools also. So you can't fault
But
them.
but I'm saying this same offense was at Kent State.
Yeah,
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 two of the
yeah. I know.
linemen were at Kent State, right? I think they just gave up on it too quick. Like they was down 21 and still running this game, right? TCU was putting up a lot of points, they were still running. So I think like they just got too comfortable with the pass, you know what I'm saying, of how good Shador did and how people were saying or they perceived that the line they weren't gonna be able to run. But I would much rather have, 3rd and 4 off of two-yard runs versus 3rd and 15 because the defense can just keep running at Shador the whole time because they know even on RPOs is 90% of the time a pass. So like you're not keeping the defense honest and making them at least consider the run. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But then the offense keeps on going 3 and out, and then you put the defense right you putting a vulnerable defense right back on the field against a potent offense in the Pac-12. It's a
But you
recipe
notice
for disaster.
what he's saying, right? How many games have they opened up and didn't even run the ball on the first drive? You got to set the tone with the running game.
You have
You
to.
know,
We've been saying that. I've
Yeah,
been
like
saying
the
that.
first drive against USC, right? Like, and you got to remember, like some of the stuff you do is gonna be obvious. So you run the ball, you get 5 yards. On 2nd and 5, you run up to the line and you go three wide outs. You know what I'm saying? Empty backfield. Everybody know you finna throw the damn ball over there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like and like sometimes I know Lewis wants to run fast, like fast offense, but sometimes like you have to consider like, okay, let me consider who I got on the field, you know what I'm saying? Like and just not just run my scheme and not just like because this is what I'm normally used to doing. You know what I'm saying? Make some adjustments with your personnel out there and don't do the obvious thing. You know what I'm saying? Like you went from 2nd and 5 to 3rd and 8 because you're doing something that's obvious what you finna do. Yeah, but that's just my opinion. Like I said, I think if they just keep running the ball, stick with it, regardless if you get 2 yards per carry on first and second down, it's better than third. It's better to be 3rd and 6 than 3rd and 15. And then you got 5 yard. You got some plays is like 5 yards for the first down, but you got cats running 10-yard digs and 10-yard outs.
Like
You know what I'm
Javon
saying? Like,
ran the wrong damn route, 3 and out. Like,
yeah, or like Dylan is a fast dude, bro. Like, where's the toss sweeps? Like, they started back being more creative, in my opinion, which they did with TCU. They didn't do in the other games. You know what I'm saying? They was just like the same stuff that you knew what they were going to run. You know what I'm saying? And it was like made it so easy for the defense. So, but appreciate y'all let me get on the chat with y'all, bro.
Yeah,
so
one thing I want to see, no doubt, one thing I want to see them do is run some daggone motion. They don't have any motion in that offense. No, the wide receivers line up where they at, and then they run the play.
no, they ran motion. No, they ran motion on Saturday.
When?
They ran a lot of motion.
They ran motion on Saturday, bro.
Yeah,
Go back and go look.
They ran it like, I want to say maybe 10% of their plays had motion in it.
They ran motion.
The touchdown that Shador ran was on motion. J5 ran across the screen.
What? Okay.
The touchdown to Mikey was a motion. J5 ran from left side to right side. It freed up Mikey with 1-on-1.
Oh, okay.
It's just because it's so fast because they get it first or they get a couple yards, they're right back there. Hurry up. It's so fast. It's like, all right, I get it. If you're gonna do that, at least score.
Okay.
Bro, my problem with Sean Lewis is that he be so focused on running his scheme that he don't realize that you're supposed to attack the defense when he realized that you're down by 21 points. He don't run his scheme. You offensive coordinator attacks the defense. And he just been so focused on running his scheme. I
feel like this week they ran a little bit more wrinkles. Like, I think they collabed. Like, it wasn't just Sean Lewis' offense. There was a little things that Bartoloni did last year that was in it. There was some things that, like, some NFL formations that Shermer runs. Like, it was a little bit different. Like, Shador was under center. Did you see that uneven front?
Sherman needs. Okay, Sherman being an analyst, he needs to put Sean Lewis in the corner and install some of his plays. Because
he did. There's a couple in there. But like the Wildcat, come on. You think John Lewis ran the Wildcat?
I haven't seen CU run a Wildcat yet.
It ran it on Saturday.
They did it the first play of the game, I think. That was like the first or second play of the game. Yeah.
It was not the first play. It was the first drive.
Remember, they do stuff so fast that I don't be catching.
Hankerson. They had Hankerson in the Wildcat.
Yep.
But I just don't like the 3 and out. Like, all right, 3 pass plays back to back, and then the O lineman false start. That's 10 yards. Like, now you 3rd and 15. Now you got to make up 15 yards on 3rd down. Like, come on.
We got a lot of corner blitzes. There was about 12 corner blitzes that game.
But I seen Dylan. Dylan was in the flat so many times, wide open. Like, yo, dump the ball off to Dylan. That's the first down.
Yeah, but it was late. Dylan's the last read on that. About the time he did dump it, they're already on top of it. Wilty. I don't think McCrimmon's gonna play at all this year.
I don't know. He came too late. He came too late. Wilty's a guard, a backup guard.
I don't think their guards are the issue.
It's a tackle. It's the left. Okay, I'm not gonna say no name. It's the LT. I'm not gonna say no position. It's the LT.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, they just need to get a little more physical in front. The guards are not an issue. They can have their mess ups there, but everybody does. But
at times though, you got Bailey. He's like over aggressive.
Yeah, there's nasty linemen. Sometimes he's too nasty.
He's too nasty. Like, I get it. Like, but bro, you're killing your team. You're moving back 10 yards. Yeah.
Yeah, he wants to put somebody in the dirt, but then he
that's why
a little too aggressive.
Well, that's why they need to run. Because those guards, they need to get in the game by being able to pull being able to like get nasty, be a hog. You know what I mean? That's what they need to. My man was run the ball 25 times.
If they could really establish that run game, bro, with the RPO, man, good luck stopping that team.
Yeah. Hey, Amarion Cooper, man. Cooper stepped up. I told y'all, I like Cooper, man.
Miller.
Cooper, the
No, he's a
cornerback.
corner. It's about corner.
Cooper.
Everybody
You talking
keeps
about
bashing
corner?
on
You
him.
talking about corner or wide receiver?
I'm talking about the corner. Cooper. Duke.
Cooper is good.
He stepped up. Yeah, I told you, I like that dude, man. He's solid.
Somebody said in the chat last night was saying that Cooper's he's trash.
It was old school. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Nah.
Yeah, it was him. Talking about, he's not good. He's not good. Like the man only good.
He ain't gonna deflect every ball. He ain't gonna stop the man 100%
Bro,
of the time.
corner position is you're gonna get beat. I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
Cornerback is the hardest position on the field to play, dog.
Yeah.
Outside of quarterback? Outside of quarterback.
Jonas, was you on live last night when he said that?
The game is tailored for offense. You can't touch him. You can't. It's cornerback is the hardest position to play, bro.
Jonas, was you on live last night when he said that craziness?
Man, I don't even listen to that dude, bro.
Yeah, it is the rules now compared to when Coach Prime played. You can't touch the receiver.
When Coach Prime played, bro, you could jam him to the 10-yard line.
Is a lot of old school corners? Coach Prime would have been fine because he just was good, but a lot of corners like back in the day wouldn't be able to play now.
Prime trying to push Cooper to the league this year. Third, fourth round, trying to push him to the league this year.
Yo, he nice. I like
Cooper can
he
play.
got size.
He can tackle.
He can tackle. Yo, he good.
But calling him because he gave up a touchdown, bro. You're the best. Look at the corner from TCU. Travis Hunter was saucing him up the whole game, and he's a first rounder.
Kool-Aid McKinstry's like considered the number one corner off the board this year, and he's been getting beat. It don't matter.
He
get beat.
Texas, they tore him up against Texas.
Yeah. And we got a good squad. I think we have like I've been saying, even after the Oregon game, I felt like we could have still ran the table. We could have won this game, but I still think we have enough to win every game out if they get their minds together, man. If they do it, but we got a good squad.
Out of mind. To beat Oregon, you need a team with a good D line, a good O line.
Yeah,
not a good O line. You need a
everybody
needs to be on. 3 of the linemen has to be NFL linemen to beat Oregon.
If they had that, they would have won that game easily. Trying to tell you, Shedeur head to head against Bo Nix with everything even, Shedeur would have beat him easily.
But it's a mindset too. Like you don't got to be the best. You just got to beat your man. Like they say, you don't got to be all world. You just beat your man and do your job. Like they could win any game.
69 every play. I watched 69 against Oregon, bro. The edge rusher that was on him was in the lap of Shedeur every play. Every play.
Let's see. You think CU will put it all together and play a complete game? I think the SG game could be that game.
Or the Stanford game. I got them doing that against Stanford. Stanford gonna be at home. What do you guys think of using a rotation in the secondary?
No.
I've been asking.
You're gonna mess up the morale.
Not even that. You can't do that. Like being in the secondary, when you take a piece off, if they're not like, you can come out if you're tired, but 1 or 2 plays, but constantly rotating guys messes up the continuity.
Yeah,
Okay, I just let me because you said that, let me just let me respond. I say I disagree, and I only disagree because of this. Because college football is changing. And especially with this team, you got so many transfers and you got so many people that could play. And some, they're trying to get everybody warm and get everybody they're trying to build continuity. So I believe that they should do the rotation because you have a Slusher, you have Craig, then you have Roderick Ward, and you got Trevor Woods, and then you got Jaquez, and you got Shiloh, and then you got Cormani McClain, you got Travis Hunter, you got Cooper, and then you got Carter Stoutmire. So if you, let's say you factor in endurance and then you factor in down and distance, oh, you got Travis J. You know, if you factor in down and distance and you factor in the endurance, you will stay ready. You know, and then like Rob was talking about, they could have different packages where they bring the bigger DBs like Travis J, and let's say Jaquez or Garner.
At what? Corner or safety?
No, they bring them down. Travis J and number 31, I forgot his name, but bring them down into the outside linebacker.
Jaquez will never
play corner ever again for down and distance. You know what I mean? In different packages. So that's why I think they should have a rotation. And then of course with the D line too, but yeah, I think they need to have a rotation.
I don't mind. Jaquez will never play corner at CU ever again, bro. That's over with.
Why? He hurt?
Bro, they took him out for a true freshman. He's not gonna touch that field at corner again, bro. Unless somebody goes down.
He got
Ain't
hurt.
happening.
He didn't get hurt.
He's not hurt.
I thought he was hurt.
No.
Oh, I thought he was hurt.
No.
Prime just started Quez because he was waiting to put mine in, bro.
Wow.
Mine was gonna play the whole time, dog.
Jaquez will never see the field at corner. Maybe safety. At corner? No. No.
Wasn't he a safety anyway? Or rover? I thought his role was supposed to be the rover.
He was like a nickel, he was like a star.
Yeah. The star.
I don't know. I don't even know if he can even play at that. He got beat.
I mean, there's a logjam now. Like, there's a logjam now in the safety room because you got 5 safeties.
That's why he.
That can all
saying,
play.
a lot of them dudes ain't gonna be there next year, boy.
Oh yeah, them boys gonna be gone. He's gonna be gone.
Coach Prime likes Slusher a lot, and he loves Cam. So, like, like I said, I don't know how they're gonna do it, but in my eyes, when Shiloh comes back, and then if Cam's still healthy and Slusher's healthy,
take TW out.
Yeah, you got to.
You gotta take TW out. Put Cam back there, and then put Slusher at the star.
And then people always want to say he won 2 games. No.
Yeah, Trevor Woods got to be second string.
No, TW. I don't mind. It's TW.
Yeah, try not to say
my
names.
Bad. My bad.
But like I said, Slusher is gonna be really key for them when he comes back. He's gonna be big because then Cam can go to the free roaming safety. It's hard too because now Roger Ward's proved the point that he deserves to be on the field too.
Roger Ward got that speed.
Yeah, he a dog too.
Roger Ward saved that touchdown.
Yeah.
Yep. He a dog.
Roger Ward came down like I don't know if y'all seen it, but he came down and hit Marshawn and knocked him out of the game for a little bit. He came down like
the PI though.
missile.
Roger Ward got the PI.
That wasn't a PI. That wasn't a PI.
That was not no PI, bro. You know how them refs is, Johnny.
I wouldn't even. If I was a ref, I wouldn't even call that because the quarterback threw it in the triple coverage.
The only reason
got no flag.
It got called because it was on their sideline. If it was on the other sideline,
it was Cam, it was Ryan Ward, and Kamani. It's three players right there. You ain't put a
That's why I said Caleb should have had 2 picks, bro.
Yeah,
Caleb threw 2 picks.
Do y'all remember when I said if we get him to scramble, it plays into our strengths?
No. You do not want Caleb to scramble.
You don't want him to scramble, bro. No.
The pick that he threw was
you don't want to see, bro. Cocky. Go back and go watch the Oklahoma tape when Caleb first got into. You don't want him to scramble, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
No, I said my bad.
You don't want him to scramble
if he has to read the defense. My bad. But still,
because he's not. Hey, when he scrambled and he hit that Washington for that 75-yard touchdown, bro.
Yep.
You think that was on? TW.
TW.
TW. If TW would have played his assignment, that's an interception or a PBU.
I can also say though, it is hard to cover for that long.
It's very hard to cover for that long. Then you just you playing backyard football at that time.
You don't know what to do anymore. You just lose. Like what I used to do in the scramble drill when everybody starts scrambling, I just find somebody. Like if I'm supposed to have deep thirds on the hash and there's nobody there, I'm just gonna find somebody. And then keep my eyes behind me. Like look, keep looking back and see if somebody's trying to sneak behind, but it's just hard.
Technically, T said, "Yo, TW gotta go." Y'all watch well off when he misses that tackle, and strength coach made the face, and Bucky was like, "I know."
Oh shoot! Dang.
I think they see what everybody else sees, but I think it's favoritism. But hey, who am I?
I don't think
it's
it is
not
now.
favoritism. It's politics.
Yeah,
because it's politics. It's like you got to do it because it's you
got to give them every chance of opportunity to lose their job.
We in week 5 now. How many more chances do we got to keep on getting?
I know, but it is what it is.
That's why it's time. That's why it's time. Sooner or later, they're gonna be calling for him to do it. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna put up with.
But look who his position coach is. The damn DC.
No, I'm telling you, Charles Kelly is I can say this. Charles Kelly is probably one of the best safety coaches in all college football.
If I blame anybody, I blame Charles Kelly because Charles Kelly coached the safety.
But you can't. He's literally the best, probably the best safety coach in the country. You know how many guys he's put in the NFL?
That's a liability having TW back there, bro. Right? As like Rob was saying it for 4 months. Yo, TW got to go. TW got to go. Everyone's seen it now.
This man had Jalen Ramsey and Derwin James.
But man, listen, it's more so on the player than on the coach because he also had Jaquez, and my man said Jaquez won't touch the field again.
No, J-Dot, am I lying? Do you think you see Jaquez touching the corner unless somebody get injured?
But I'm saying, Charles Kelly had him. That's what my point is.
But he didn't play at Bama though. He didn't see the field like that at Bama, bro.
He played 7 games in 4 years.
My point is, it's the players more so than the coach because he got players like Ramsey. Ramsey going to the league anyway. He got all them players from Bama. Those players that's going, they going. Is he making somebody into a star? That's what we really need.
I think he made Derwin into a star. Derwin was good.
Derwin James?
Derwin was good. But he was great.
I don't think B-Love gonna see the field with Dow Cormani stepping up. And bro, them he was gonna be behind freshmen.
When Travis comes back, they have 3 solid corners. 3 solid, Division I, Power 5 lockdown corners.
I feel bad through that. All the good players, the good defensive backs was hurt these last 2 games.
If Travis would have played against Oregon, he would have shut down Franklin.
Yep. It would have been a different game.
No, he would have shut down. He would have shut down half that field, and then they would have just focused on the other players.
But if you think about it, Franklin didn't even kill Cooper. He was just getting. He was missed tackles, and he was just finding zones and sitting down in zones because he can't play man when you don't have the personnel to play man.
Hey,
and me too, Cam in man coverage is really good now. That is his biggest improvement.
But the thing with Cam though is I don't like when they line him up against a 6'9" tight end, bro. Like, stop it.
I don't like it either, but the thing is he ain't scared.
No, he's not.
There's a whole foot taller than Cam. What is he gonna do?
He's making plays. That's all you can ask him to do. I don't care if he's 7'5". He's making plays.
But check this out. What if he doesn't go for the knockdown and he just tackles the guy?
No, he gets a tackle, bro. But you cannot put we've seen Travis. We seen TW against that tight end from what game was that? We seen TW against the tight end from CSU. He sauced them up.
And TCU.
Yeah, but he could have tackled that, bro.
Tight end like 6'7", 6'8".
I tell you, and it leads when you have another corner, another safety that can do the same thing that Shiloh can do, which Cam and Ward can do. It makes Shiloh be able to roam free, who is really good at finding the ball.
Hey, y'all can hear me?
Yeah, what you say, BZ?
Hey, what do y'all feel about T.O. being a receivers coach or like an assistant receiver coach?
Won't happen.
It won't happen. He don't want to.
I think it's more likely to happen than a lot of people think it is.
Won't happen.
It'll be like a person.
He probably be like an analyst, but won't happen.
Yeah, he'll come in and help, like talk to him and help him up, and but he ain't gonna spend his free time there every day.
T.O. got too much going on for him to settle down. Maybe in a couple years, but right now, no. He likes coming there in a. Huh?
I think they were playing in like a state he lived in, maybe. Like if they played in like, what does T.O. live? LA or Texas?
LA.
So if he was a coach of like UCLA or USC, you probably would see T.O. every day. But
Warren Sapp for sure. That's a lock.
They already said it. Coach Sapp. He said, Coach, you ain't a celebrity no more. You coach.
Yeah.
My phone just geeked as hell.
Who?
You know what I love too? This whole chat was like Shiloh's bad. And now you all
Beezy. Remember? Beezy was the number one. Oh, Shiloh's not good. Shiloh not good. Now look at you.
Everybody.
Okay, look, listen.
It was more than just Beezy. It was more than just Beezy.
I'm listening. Hold on, Jedi. I'm listening.
Listen. Shiloh was making a lot of mess up plays, like missing assignments and all type of stuff like that. Trevor was too. But in the last few games, Trevor has been terrible in zone coverage.
TW, bro. TW. We're not using.
So that's why my opinion changed, bro. I still like Trevor Woods.
TW, BZ.
What's TW?
The person you just called, the name you just said.
Not trying to blurt out names. TW, bro. We're not you trying to use names when we're talking down on the player, bro. TW.
Yo.
But I think that's what everybody is like. Shiloh is the best player in that secondary, and the whole world knows.
Hold on, we can't criticize nobody.
We can,
but Rob's not trying to blurt names because you don't know who's watching.
Yeah,
okay. Last night we had like 2,000 people watching, and nobody was that many people in the chat. So come on,
2,000 people.
It was as Rob. Like as soon as the video ended, there was over 2,000 views.
Check this out about Shiloh. Right? I think what people get twisted about is his steps. It looks like he's running in the mud. Because I think he's like pigeon-toed or bow-legged. He just looks.
They both are
bow-legged.
Him and Shador, they run kind of.
Yeah, they're bow-legged.
Yeah,
Shador definitely run funny.
You said he run funny?
Yeah, they run a little funny. Yeah, they run a little funny. But
he ain't look funny running for that 50-something yard touchdown though.
Nah,
he looked fast. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't never seen him running fast.
He run a little funny.
Yeah, people say he was slow, but he was running over 21 miles per hour.
Yeah. But his instincts.
The way he moves, people think that he's slow. He doesn't want to be a messer. I've used this analogy before. Lamar Jackson, when he first came out of high school, he's supposed to go to Miami. They said, we're gonna move you to wide receiver. He said, forget that, I'll go to Louisville, go play for whoever the coach was.
Petrino. No, not
Petrino.
Yeah, Petrino.
And when he went to the league, we're gonna change you to a wide receiver. You said no. That's why he dropped to all the way to 32.
31, I think. Yeah, 31, 32. Yeah.
32. He's the last pick. What Shador is not trying to do, he doesn't, because as black QB, they stigmatize runner. So he wants to go away from that and be a pocket QB. Just like Kyler. Kyler can run, but he's a pocket QB. He's just so tiny.
Kyler Murray?
Yes. He's not a runner first, bro. He's a pocket QB. The year he won his Heisman, he had 50 50-something touchdowns. Majority of them was passing touchdowns, bro. He don't run a lot. He only runs when he has to. So go back to Shador. Shador wants to be a pocket QB. He doesn't want to be a runner. He will run if he has to, which is smart. You prolong your career even more. Cause y'all look at
Yeah.
if y'all look at Cam could have stayed in the league for 5 extra more years,
Yeah,
but
my joint was breaking up.
Cam could have.
It's funny to me though. Shiloh moves. If you go watch Coach Prime and watch Shiloh, like in and out of break, he moves like Coach Prime. He's not as fast, but he moves just
But
like
hey,
his hands, everything.
if you looked at
Yeah, when
Coach
you watch
Prime,
old films of Coach Prime, he was mad bow-legged,
moving,
pigeon
but it
toed
don't look
also.
like he no. Coach Prime was moving, but
He
it
just
looked
was
like
fast.
he was slow, but he was fast.
Yeah. Like people were like, Shiloh can't cover. Like this man he's not Coach Prime, but he is really good at safety. Very good. He's ranked top 10 in the nation.
But
Yeah,
he has to wrap up. He has to stop leading with his shoulder and going for those big tackles. He needs to.
that's everybody, bro. That's all these college kids now. They do it in the league now.
Yep.
The
They want
reason
that.
why the reason why the tackling so bad, the reason why tackling so bad is because you're not allowed to hit anymore. There's no 2-a-days, there's no hitting drills, you can't do anything anymore. So all your tackling's game. You can't learn how to tackle like you used to be able to.
With Shiloh, that's been a criticism his whole career. I don't think it's changing now, honestly. He does lunge. He goes for the knockout kill. It's either going to be a splash play on SportsCenter or it's going to be a missed tackle like it was a couple times against CSU. Majority of the times, he's going to get there and make the play. But, if you have a higher level player like the receivers for CSU, they're just going to stop and cut, let them fly by, and it'll turn into a big play. But for the most part, he is sound. He is highly rated. I think you mentioned that, J-Dot. I think PFF, he's graded as one
He's
of the
like
highest
8, right?
Yeah,
He's
up there.
That's out of like 5 safeties. The whole
It is.
Yeah, he's like top 8. He's like top 10 in the whole country. That's FBS and FCS.
I mean, that bait pick 6 that he had against CSU, that was just classic right there. I mean, he baited the quarterback to the throw, made the play, took it to the house. You can't beat that. So
yeah.
Ed Reed would want to be a head coach. I don't think he could come and coach under Prime.
No.
You'd see Pac-Man come coach before you see Ed Reed, but
Nah, I think Ed Reed would, because Ed Reed taking a coordinator role would help him get to a head coaching role. It would be a catapult. Matter of fact, he needs to do that after what happened at Bethune-Cookman. Like he can't just go into a head coaching position.
But he didn't even get to practice with his team or nothing. A game.
Yeah, because he was loose. He was wilding out, like putting them on blast.
No, he wasn't losing it. He just didn't do the politics right. Coach Prime had the same issues. He just didn't say them until later.
I agree.
He got to put the politics right.
No, Ed Reed was putting them on blast on IG Live.
Yeah, they trying to.
Yeah, like look at this. You see this field, and I mean, do that after the fact, but you can't do that. Wow, 2 days after they just hired you.
You should have called Prime first, and then be like, "Hey, is this what it was when you were here at Jackson State?" He probably could have walked them through it a little better, but it is,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He need that seasoning. You know what I mean? I would like to see Byron Leftwich in the college ranks, actually.
You know what? I think that's why he came to see you.
Man, I like DeMeco Ryans as a coach, man, in the NFL. I love DeMeco Ryans, man.
But yeah, DeMeco Ryans is like
Texans looking good.
Yeah, he dude.
Hey, the Jaguars are making the playoffs. I told y'all the Colts and the Texans are going to be problems for the Jaguars.
No, Jaguars are decent, bro.
The coaches, Anthony Richardson gonna get hurt. He just came.
Stop saying that, bro. Don't say that. Come on, bro.
Check this out. He just came off of the concussion, right? And then yesterday, look how much they was running him. And
he hurt again?
No,
He got hurt.
That was him running.
He decided to run. There was no plays where they designed run. Maybe one the touchdown. But other than that, they did not draw up no runs for him. That was him running.
Yeah, but okay. So what you think gonna happen, bro?
That's
he's 244 pounds. He not every quarterback running out. He'll lay a linebacker ass down, bro. He's 6'4", 244.
Easy. Hold up. Remember, Cam Newton did the same thing.
Yeah, he was laying people down for some years. So let Anthony Richardson be Superman for some years, man.
It don't last.
It don't.
Yeah.
It do not last.
He already caught the headache this year.
Concussion. It's not a headache, bro. That stuff is serious. Come on, dog.
But it's gonna start taking a toll on his body, bro. You can't keep on taking it.
So when you
that's right.
play that kind of that solid football, no matter what position, it doesn't last. I got a classic example right here that I've seen up close and personal. Calvin Johnson. Everybody's Megatron, so big, strong, fast, and he got out of there after 10 years.
10 years. 10
He
years.
could have kept playing. He wanted to stop playing because he made enough money.
That's not why. That is not why. That is not why he stopped playing.
His body was beat up. His body was beat up, bro.
His body
like
is
Andrew
done.
Luck.
But I can
His
say
body
this.
was done.
I can say this. If Megatron had a better team and organization, I think he would have played longer.
No.
I would love.
Hey,
Hold on. Hey, look, Zion.
Hey, Lawrence, y'all watch that documentary? He was beat up the last year. He had the man said he couldn't turn left. He couldn't cut left.
He's still beat up. I mean, he goes on local media. He don't really mess with the Lions like that no more, but he still resides here in Michigan. So he does interviews all the time. He's like, it's stuff. I'm really still hurting from my playing days. It wasn't a matter of a good team because he said he had offers to continue playing and teams were going to make trades for him and stuff like that. He said, I was done. And I was asking, he's going to retire the year prior than he actually retired. He told, I think, did he tell Burleson, Nate Burleson, or he told one of his teammates the year prior that this is my last year. And they talked to him, hey, give me one more year, please. He said, I'll do this last year. And then he after that, he was done. So
I want to know how y'all had Megatron, Carlos Rogers. Wasn't he like all those first round receivers on the
But he died, though. Remember, Carlos Rogers died.
Yeah, after the fact.
Carlos Rogers had a lot of off the field stuff. No, off the field type stuff. He came from
Roy
Saginaw.
Michigan State.
Roy Williams was solid.
He was nice. He was nice at MSU though.
He was great.
He was. He had a lot of baggage that people don't know about from Saginaw that he just couldn't shake.
Yeah.
Hey, what about Tua though? Tua get a lot of concussions. Tua.
That's not gonna last, bro.
Yeah, I don't see.
Hey, hold on. I hope he lasts, bro. But if he don't, I want Shedeur to go to Miami. That would be lovely, bro. That's like quarterback heaven.
You got to realize, taking all them hits, bro, it affects you.
No matter how big you are, it's gonna affect you.
It affects you, bro.
So I got a question.
Cam Newton played 10 years, bro, and he was done.
I got a question for y'all. Ocho Cinco said the reason all these players are getting injured is because of their diet. He said the vegan diet and this low carb diet is the reason they're getting injured. I know he plays around a lot, but when we were younger and the metabolism was higher and we was running around all the time, we ate all kind of food. That stuff burned off, but those fats and everything, they went into your joints and they like provided that pattern. What y'all think about that?
But then you got to also realize though, out of mind, what we don't see behind doors, they shooting up them players with Toradol and all that stuff to go out there and go.
But I know what you mean. I will say this. I can throw a prime example. Arian Foster switched to a vegan diet, and once he did, he started getting hurt.
Arian Foster was oh my gosh. If he'd have kept playing, bro.
Yeah, he was a monster.
He's still a monster. Arian's like.
He quit. He kept on getting, his knee was done.
Yeah, but Arian was like, he went from being like that one year, he went from being vegan diet, that's when he started getting a lot of like soft tissue injuries.
Yeah.
So I think it does have an effect, but you got to just do it the right way. Because there's certain players that are vegan and they can, Tom
I
Brady's
ain't gonna
vegan.
lie. That might be true though, because my cousin, when he was playing college football, he went vegan, and then after that he got injured like 2 years straight.
Bro, your diet don't got nothing to do with it, bro. With them hits, you gotta realize the NFL, those are grown men, bro.
I can say this.
Yeah, but you gotta take what Jonas said. I think he said like the meat or like the what did he say? Like it make the players' bodies fat.
Yeah, but the hits add up too. You think about it. Like I can say this for Arian. He played down here in San Diego. Arian got like 40 carries a game in high school.
He was the whole offense at the Texans, bro. The same thing with Andre Johnson. Remember?
Yep.
He retired.
Tennessee.
But you said he got 40 carries a game in high school? That's terrible. He should not be getting the ball that much in high school.
Bro, him and I don't know if you guys know who Dylan Baxter is.
I think I heard of him.
So Dylan Baxter he has the California record for touchdowns in the season. He scored like 96 touchdowns.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
He went to USC. He was supposed to be the next Reggie Bush. That man used to get the same amount, like 40 touches, and your body just shuts down. Him on the other hand, he messed up, but
that's like Jalen Hurd.
Jalen Hurd. Yep.
That was the Tennessee?
Yeah. High school messed him up.
No.
He had too many carries in high school. Yeah, he had way too many carries in high school.
College messed him up, bro. Remember, he kept getting injured at Tennessee. Then he went to the league, and it was over.
He wanted to move to receiver too, though. Before that season, he last played at running back. He wanted to move to.
You got to look at Jalen Hurd's high school career. Yo, this dude was a monster, but I think he got almost 400 carries his junior year in high school.
That's a lot.
Todd Gurley.
A lot of touches.
No. Derrick Henry was averaging like 50 touches a game in high school.
Yeah, but
I give
Derrick Henry is different.
I give Derrick Henry 2 more years, bro, at the max.
But if you even say that, Derrick Henry already had a longer career than most running backs.
No, the average running back or like a decent running back is gonna play 10 years, bro. A decent. Adrian Peterson is an anomaly because he's a freak.
Yeah, AD all day. It's my man.
Adrian Peterson,
the man came back from an ACL in 7 months, bro. I ain't never seen that.
Shiloh did it.
Who?
Came back from ACL in 6 months.
But
running back
put up 2,000 yards.
Come back like true. AD.
Hey, AD came and put up 2,000 yards, J-Dot.
That's true.
That's freakish. How you do?
AD and Chris Johnson at one point were just.
Chris Johnson was a monster. Oh my god!
You literally would just turn on SportsCenter and it was like Chris Johnson 97-yard touchdown.
But him too.
He's just too fast for everybody.
Okay, even Chris Johnson. Remember, he kept taking all them hits, bro. It adds up.
Yeah, Chris Johnson wasn't the same Chris Johnson at the end of his career. Well, once he lost his speed though too.
Okay, I'm gonna use another running back, D'Amico Ryans.
Zeke. Look at Zeke.
After he left the Cowboys, he was never the same. They ran him through the.
You think DeMarco Murray?
DeMarco Murray.
DeMarco Murray.
Yeah. Darren McFadden, they all get ran into the
dirt. That's why he was done.
Oh man, I wish he would have had a career, man. Run DMC, yo, that
he did. He was great at Oakland. He's the only reason Oakland was relevant.
He had them injuries though, bro.
His were shoulder injuries too.
Man, that was my
even Reggie Bush.
Oh man,
took a toll.
Reggie got hurt on some dumb stuff.
Last year, was he with the 49ers or the Dolphins when he tripped on the track and tore his ACL?
The 49ers.
Hey, did Reggie Bush have a decent NFL career?
It could have been better. It would have been a lot better if it wasn't hurt.
That year with the 49ers, that year when he tore his ACL track, he was killing that year.
He ran out of bounds in St. Louis.
Yeah, he was killing that year.
Y'all gotta excuse me for not knowing because I was a baby.
Even Steven Jackson. Even Steven Jackson. Remember, he was Derrick Henry before Derrick Henry. Remember,
he played for like 12 years though.
But I'm saying he was Derrick Henry before Derrick Henry.
Steven Jackson was
easy.
Steven Jackson was a monster.
Reggie Bush, you see how like everybody is like from CU right now?
Yeah.
2006, the same way how CU, like everyone's watching, they don't watch college football. That's how it was for USC.
Because of
USC
Reggie
had a
Bush.
team.
Reggie Bush was, they call him the president because Bush was the president at the time. He had the swag. He wrote 619 on his eye black, so everybody was writing stuff on their eye black back then. Like,
I remember when USC back in 2002, 2003, bro, USC was running everything in college, bro.
Yep.
Right now, Shiloh would be late second, mid third.
You said
Shiloh
Charlotte?
Shiloh be second, third rounder.
This year, right now.
He's getting drafted, bro.
He's gonna, if you wanted to come out, if he continues the season he's having, he would be late second. He's leading the Pac-12 in tackle. Well, he was before he missed this game, but he's leading the Pac-12 in tackles.
Mm.
He's the highest rated safety.
Beasley don't believe in Shiloh, bro.
Before y'all get off running backs, don't forget about Sean Alexander. Please don't forget about Sean Alexander.
Injuries,
but he had a hell of a career. You know,
bro.
With the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Remember with his fumbling problem? He's a fumble like every play.
But he was a
Sean Alexander had a fumbling problem when he first came out.
Yeah.
He was a monster. He was a monster.
Shiloh's 205. He just looks small because he wears that baggy long sleeve.
Somebody said Lendell White. Lendell White didn't pan out.
Lendell White was him and Reggie Bush was great at USC.
No, Lendell White got drafted, and he's just
no. Lendell White had a really good first 2 years, but Lendell White didn't care once he got paid.
He didn't. He didn't put in the work. He just wanted to play. He just
he
played.
it. He said he didn't care anymore. He was
doing
what he wanted to do. He wasn't
adding on that weight and just move up.
He was doing more than that. He had a heart attack. He's good now, but he had a heart attack.
You see how big he was? He got real big.
Real big.
Yeah. Y'all remember Mike Williams at USC?
Yeah, he's coaching in Florida right now, high school.
Them receivers are they were like
big Mike Williams, Detroit.
Yeah,
big Mike Williams. He's coaching a powerhouse down there in Florida. I think he's coaching Chaminade. I think is it Chaminade?
Mike, those receivers were like the gods in college. When they got in the NFL, they didn't do nothing. Him and Dwayne Jarrett.
He went to Detroit and he was nothing. He was like, man, they wasted his career.
People forget the best part of USC was their defense.
Yeah. What's his name? What was number 2? What was his name? Taylor. No.
Taylor Mays?
Taylor Mays on defense. He's a safety, like 6'4", 230.
Oh, yeah. He was Sean Taylor before Sean Taylor.
After Sean Taylor.
Was he after Sean Taylor?
Yeah, Taylor Mays
He was.
He wasn't as athletic as Sean Taylor.
He was
crazy athletic.
He was how Shiloh was now.
Yeah, exactly. Shiloh and Taylor Mays and Shiloh are the exact same player. It's just Tyler's not built like Taylor Mays.
Taylor was
built like a linebacker. Safety.
He was taking steroids, bro. You see how big he got?
Taylor Mays was on the juice.
He got real big.
He was definitely taking steroids. Yeah.
Taylor Mays was with Ronnie Lott. Taylor Mays was the Ronnie Lott for USC. Shiloh
but he didn't wrap up though. He was head on.
It's like Taylor Mays wasn't a first round pick. He was.
No,
he was. I think
he wasn't. He was like
third
or second.
I think it was second round.
It's like late second, early third. He's projected the same. I think. The difference with Taylor Mays, he couldn't cover.
He was trash in the cover. He was like TW, bro. He could tackle. When it comes to coverage, horrible.
Yeah, he was fast as heck.
The reason that USC team, though, I can say that they were so good. That defense was amazing.
USC wasn't the same after they lost to Texas, though.
Yeah, but didn't Carroll leave?
They'll put that on him.
Carroll the coach in that game.
Carroll was there for when did Carroll leave? Like 2009 or 8. He left after Taylor Mays. I want to say after Taylor Mays is that was his last year.
So that's why they fell off because he left.
Who we talking about? Pete Carroll?
Pete Carroll. Yeah, Pete Carroll.
You just say that.
And remember, they tried to run out all them quarterbacks. They tried Matt Barkley, then they tried Cody Kessler, then they had all these Matt Sanchez, Mark Sanchez,
John David Booty.
Yeah.
And none of them panned out. Not one.
Nope.
Sanchez was a first round pick.
Yeah, but
he didn't even do that.
Decent, but after that, he was just like a
But you
backup.
can say all four of those linebackers were first round picks.
They don't do that.
Brian Cushing.
But Brian Cushing,
he was a monster. Him and Clay Matthews.
Clay Matthews, Brian Cushing, Ray Maliaga.
Yeah, Ray Maliaga. That middle linebacker. That's what I was talking
Brian Cushing was on that juice though.
I'm gonna say I met Brian Cushing. He is a very intense man.
He's crazy. He's crazy.
Brian Cushing looks like that dude. Like you like watch a high school movie. That middle linebacker that's just a D-bag, like an asshole to everybody. That's Brian Cushing.
The program. Remember the program?
Yes.
Yeah, he from the program.
Yo, he was juicing, bro. You didn't see how big he got?
What was that dude's name? Lattimore?
Hey, well, who's the one that said I wasn't born yet? Breezy?
Yeah.
Beezy.
Yeah.
Go watch the program, yo. Go watch the program.
It's a movie.
It's a movie. It's a football movie with Omar Epps.
Yo, watch the program. It's like about Florida State. Watch the.
Yeah.
That's a good movie.
That's a hell of a movie.
It's like top 5 football movies. They haven't made any good football movies in a while.
Hell nah.
Hey, even that DB from LSU, the one that played for the Redskins. I forgot his name.
Who?
Let it go. Not let it go.
LeVar Arrington?
Josh Norman.
He played for LSU. Got his name. He got real juiced up.
Oh, LaRon Landry.
LaRon Landry. He went from playing safety to linebacker in 2 years.
LaRon Landry was the biggest safety I've ever seen in my life.
LSU.
Where's Jonas? I know Jonas. No, that man was. Go look at LaRon Landry his last year at LSU, and then look at LaRon Landry like 2 years ago.
He was juicing.
He was juicing.
They had LaRon Landry, and they had what's his name at the same time? Sean Taylor.
Hey, do y'all think
it's crazy?
Hey, do y'all think LeBron is on PEDs? I hear a lot of people be saying that.
Hell no.
He's got a lot of money to take care of his body.
Yeah, he spent $1 million on his body. Something. It's like Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds never failed the drug.
Yeah, but that man's head got big.
At the end of the
Bonds juice. Barry Bonds juice.
Yeah.
Did y'all see?
They wasn't going to expose him. No way. Look at what he was to baseball at that time.
The man head got bigger, bro.
Come on, man. You can't say that about Barry, man.
Look how big Barry's head got.
You see? Y'all think I'm lying? Go look at him when he played for Pittsburgh, and then when he switched up and started playing for the.
Okay with it because
man. Come on,
juicing does not help you hit the it doesn't help you hit the ball. It makes you hit it further, but it doesn't make you hit the ball.
But it makes you break the home run record. That's what it did.
That's what it did.
The home run record.
Hit the ball further, more consistently.
Well, I see Barry. We literally, I'm in San Diego. We built Petco Park, and they called it Barry Bonds proof because right field was 455, and he was still hitting it out.
Boy, Barry Bonds' head swelled up like a watermelon.
Hey, Jonas, am I lying?
So, hey, that boy had arms like a tree trunk and head like a watermelon.
That man got huge.
BZ,
that was before your time, BZ.
Hey, Barry Bonds went from a 30-30 guy.
You know the dude on Popeye the Sailor Man? That's how Barry Bonds was built.
Yep. I'm gonna let you know this too. If the National League had the DH rule when Bonds was playing, he probably would have played another 5 or 6 more years.
Yeah, Barry Bonds was the best. Come on, Barry Bonds the best hitter ever.
Nope, Ken Griffey Jr.
Juicing, bro.
Anyone says Ken Griffey Jr. is.
It's Mike Trout.
Come on,
Ken Griffey Jr. never gets hurt. He breaks that home run record easily.
It's Mike Trout.
Griffey stopped caring. Also, when he went to Cincinnati, he got like comfortable.
Nah, he was hurt so much. He kept pulling hamstrings.
Yeah, because that field was terrible in Cincinnati. You know what I mean? and he started messing up his hamstrings. Then when he went to Chicago, it was definitely over.
It was over then.
Barry Bonds was cheating. I don't care what nobody say.
Nah, bro. Nah.
But Beezy, you don't understand. Everybody was cheating.
Yeah, everybody was.
So it didn't matter. That cheating saved baseball. Like, no one cared about baseball until Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa.
Barry Bonds, Mark McGwire, and Sammy Sosa, dog. Them dudes.
Jose Canseco. Them dudes had arms as telephone pole arms. Dude, Mark McGwire was the biggest dude I've ever seen.
Yeah.
To play baseball. Mark McGwire was a middle linebacker playing baseball.
You saw his veins in his arms. That dude was huge.
Then you know he was juicing.
Mark McGwire was huge. Yo, freaking Jose Canseco, 6'4", 240, stealing 40 bases and hitting 40 home runs. That was crazy. Yo, those are the years.
Good years of baseball. That's when baseball was fun.
Sports is boring, but controlled better now.
I mean, there's moments.
Yeah.
Like, BZ, you'll never understand the early 2000s NBA. Man. When everybody had a superstar, it didn't matter what team, everybody had one or two superstars. It was like the best years of basketball.
You got to think about it. I wasn't born until after LeBron came in the league.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the Allen Iverson years. Like, people forget Tracy McGrady and Vince Carter on the same team.
Yeah. Oh, man, that was crazy.
Everybody had it. Like, even the worst team in the league had a superstar that was like gonna drop 50.
Shoot, they played against Jordan. Yo.
Iverson was giving Jordan work. But yeah, like, I don't know. Like, cheating in baseball helped baseball, so it is what it is with that. But yeah, those USC teams, BZ, were literally CU now because of Reggie Bush. Reggie Bush was the Coach Prime effect, but it wasn't as big as it is for Coach Prime. So we got any other topics? Or any other questions from the chat?
Reggie Bush, the best college football player I've ever seen. That's about it.
Yep.
Just want to add that.
Yep, the run against Fresno is staying alone. When you cut back.
So y'all think they're going to give him his Heisman?
That dude ain't going to never get that Heisman.
He will.
They might as well give it to him, bro.
Yeah, they might as well, but they're not going to.
They so weird, bro.
Fun fact. Reggie Bush mom married, I don't know if you guys know who Andra Day is. She was in that Billie Holiday movie, the girl that sings I Rise. Well, their stepbrother and stepsister. Reggie Bush's mom married his dad.
Wait, what?
Married her dad. You know the Andra Day is, or the girl that sings I Rise?
No. Yeah. I know that song.
Her dad married Reggie Bush's mom, so they're like stepbrother and sister. It's kind of weird because I know both. I know Sandra. She went to high school with me, and like random that they got married. It's kind of funny though.
Thomas from Oregon was explosive. Yeah, Thomas was, but he was never the same after he went to the league.
Anthony Thomas.
Hey, the Chiefs have problems right now, bro. We need another weapon.
Who?
The Chiefs.
I told you that the other day, and you was like, "Oh," I said they don't got no receivers, and you was like, "Oh," I said, "Yo, outside of Kelsey, y'all don't got nobody." And you try to argue with me.
We need somebody. I thought we was gonna get Mike Evans, but I don't know if we're gonna get him.
Beasley, remember I said Beasley. J-Dot, remember I told him the other day, and he tried to argue with me. I said, "Yo, outside of Kelsey, y'all don't have nobody."
I'm not gonna lie. I used to be a Patriots fan growing up, bro. I'm watching the same things I used to watch as a Patriots fan. The refs love us, bro. I don't know why. The refs just
that was holding on that tackle, bro.
Yeah, no, on Sauce Gardner. No, Sauce Gardner was holding. Yeah,
that was holding.
But
I'm talking about on the lineman that was holding the edge rusher, bro. That was straight up holding, bro.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because he was standing straight up and holding him, man. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I was supposed to lose to the Jets. I don't care what nobody say.
What about Zach Wilson? Ain't nobody saying nothing bad about Zach Wilson and Justin Fields today.
Zach Wilson played well.
That's one game. He gonna go back to his old self soon. Don't worry.
All right, Rob wants us to close it out. So does anybody have any final statements? On
see you on the road to 10-2. Let's get it.
I like that.
I second that. 10-2, run the table.
I think they got their identity now.
Fact.
I think they know who they are.
Shador don't need to run that much though. Shador do not need to run that much.
Why not?
Because you know why.
He's smart,
the same
though.
reason Anthony Richardson don't need to run that much.
But Shador's getting down. He's not taking the hits.
Shador sliding. Anthony Richardson's trying to run you over, bro. It's a difference.
Well, he is 244.
Still don't mean nothing. Slide.
Andrew
He's
Luck
bigger than most linebackers. You think he's scared of anybody on that field?
Andrew Luck
past the edge rush to this open field.
Andrew Luck didn't even last 10 years in the league, bro.
Beezy, Andrew Luck
have that speed.
He threw an interception and forced a fumble.
Y'all got to think about it. Cam Newton is not as fast as Anthony Richardson, bro.
Wait,
what? You know what Cam Newton ran in the 40?
What do you run?
4.4, right? 4.3?
4.4, bro. Stop it. You're disrespectful.
Anthony Richardson ran a 4.4.
So did Cam.
Cam Newton is 6'5", 250.
Damn. Oh, my God. That nigga's like LeBron playing football.
Of course. Why do you think they call him Superman? Go back and watch.
He was nice. No, I remember that one year.
Go back and watch him.
Cam was something different. Cam was something amazing, man.
Bro, Cam was 6'5", 250 coming out of college, bro.
Yeah.
His first ever game was against my Packers. He threw for 400 yards. I remember that game like that.
Cam fixed his. I know Rob said you want to close it out. If Cam would have fixed his footwork and his mechanics, he would have been the greatest quarterback.
I don't mind. He kept getting remember he was trying to run over people, so
they was not gonna let him win. They let him get hit too much. They let him get too many hits.
They didn't let him. He was trying to run people over.
But not even just that. He would get other quarterbacks. If they hit him like that, they get unnecessary roughness, all type of stuff, bro. They're not giving that to Cam.
But they didn't give Cam all the calls.
Like even I seen that yesterday with Anthony Richardson. They gave Richardson the call that he was not supposed to get yesterday.
But you do fail to realize in football that says once you become a running back, all bets are off.
Right. Yeah, but they was hitting Cam in the pocket. They was hitting Cam in the pocket and not giving him.
Getting lit up.
That was a different NFL though. You know what I'm saying? That was a different.
10 years ago, the NFL was. Whew.
I gotta make a phone call real quick.
It still is shady.
Yeah, I'm about to close it out. So give y'all last statements.
Yeah, I just hopefully I know y'all said they know their identity. I think after this game it should be a cup. I ain't gonna say it's a cupcake, but
don't say that. Don't say that. Take one game at a time.
I'm gonna say that, but they should have an identity after this week.
No team in the Pac-12 is a cupcake. Washington only beat Arizona by 7. No team in the Pac-12 is just a walkthrough.
Stanford was giving Oregon problems in the first half, bro. Stanford.
Yeah. So I take that back.
Yeah, take that back. It's any given Saturday, bro.
But I think we have the personnel to win the rest of our games.
Yep.
And hey, Lawrence, you got anything to say before we hop off?
Couldn't have said it better myself. We had a personnel to go 10-2. Run the table. Starts right now. Let's go. Let's go Buffs.
All right, let's go Buffs.
Go Buffs.